We over here watching the Jessica I. Sarah McMahon fight. I'm Marquise Munson, by the way. He stamps. Nobody's watching this right now, but you will. Sarah McMahon. She got her ass whooped by Ronda Rousey. What's up, everybody? UFC Fight Night, Vegas, on this May 29th, 2016. I'm Marquise Munson here with my boy He Stamps. We're not experts at this UFC thing. He is more so than I am, but we're just chilling, kicking back, enjoying this fight. Hopefully you guys get to watch with us. He's over here cracking his knuckles. Don't know what just happened. We're still live there. I don't know what's going on with this live stream on YouTube. This is the first time we're using this. We're watching Sarah McMahon versus Jessica I here. This is the last fight of the prelims before we get to the main card. 6 amazing fights about to happen.
I got Sarah McMahon.
You got Sarah? Didn't Sarah get her ass whooped by Ronda Rousey?
She got beat. Dude, she's a silver medalist in the Olympics.
And what? Boxing or just jiu-jitsu?
She was a wrestler.
Oh.
She's got the best wrestling in the women's division. It wouldn't do shit with Ronda because she had, the judo, but.
Say, didn't Sarah lose her ever since that loss to Ronda? Didn't she lose like 2 more fights after that? She lost to Miesha Tate, didn't she?
That was a close fight. Yeah, Miesha Tate won.
And then she lost to who else? Who did she lose to in that last fight?
Fuck, I can't remember that fight.
She lost to somebody, but it was also in like one of these fight nights.
Fuck, I can't even remember that fight. Jessica I kind of looks like a girl I used to talk to.
She looks like a girl you used to talk to? Are you just bragging because you think you talk to fine girls?
No, I'm kind of partial to her.
See, I don't want to be like, okay, I'm only watching women's UFC because personally these girls are hot. But, I mean, it is hot to watch 2 girls fighting now.
No,
especially ones that look like these 2. I like that bat tattoo, though.
But see, no, if you saw it for real,
what?
Dude, I wish I could put that on there. Her back tattoo is shit.
It looks good from the tank top, though.
Yeah, it's covered up. Most of it is, but
Well, like I said, you're watching UFC Fight Night Vegas. I'm Marquise Munson. He stands journalist. He's the expert. We're fighter and the kid, but except he can't fight, and I'm older than a kid. But you see,
Sarah, what she's been doing, she's been holding her against the cage. That's what I expected. I expect a 3-round kind of grinding out. She's going to grind it out. Hold Jessica I against the cage. Jessica I is tough, man. Actually, that girl that just fought.
Jessica I also lost to Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey, didn't she?
She never fought Ronda Rousey.
She never fought Ronda.
Jessica I busted the girl's ear open that. You remember the girl that just fought Cyborg?
Oh, yeah. Was that Leslie?
Leslie, I can't remember. But Jessica I busted her ear. Okay.
I remember you telling me that night.
But that's the girl that did it. She's bad. I mean, they're both good, but.
Let us know who you guys got in the main card so we can rally it all up, match it up with the expert over here, He Stamps. I know we only got 3 viewers, but hey, we're going to grow. We're just chilling here watching this fight. Hopefully you guys are watching it too. It's on FS1, Fox Sports 1. Tune into it as well. Also enjoy our little commentary we're going to have during the fights. There's not a lot of fans there left. Where's all the fans at, yeah?
It's the prelims.
I know that. I know it's the prelims, but, shouldn't everybody be, coming in by now instead of it being empty damn seats here while these women are wrestling? That's got to be disrespectful. To walk out and fight and to see the stands be so empty, that's got to suck to fight the prelims. Yeah. And think about the fact that you have to fight in front of damn near nobody.
Sarah McMahon She was a main event fighter.
She fought main event with Ronda. And now all of a sudden she's in the prelims and she can't even get fucking 20 people in there to watch her fight. That's sad, dude.
You gotta understand, Ronda's the draw. Women's division's still young, so.
How old the women? I mean, it's sad because the women's division is Ronda. It's now Miesha Tate because she's the champion. I don't think Holly Holm's in that spot anymore after she lost.
She's there.
You think she's there? I don't know if she's there. She had one good fight with Ronda. She did have a good fight with Miesha Tate, and then you also got Cyborg, who of course Cyborg is going to be the big draw in UFC now. Dude, what's up with your damn TV, dude?
That's not my TV. That's the cable. Cable's messing up.
He's cable over here fucking up while we're trying to watch UFC.
Okay.
It's a damn shame. Does your cable always do this shit, man?
This is theirs.
Alright, we're in round 2. Jessica Ai, Sarah McMahon. Who do you think won that first round?
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah easily?
She controlled it. She had her up against the cage for a while. Held her there, then there was a lot of... I don't know, man. I kind of stood... Well, there we go.
So in the next 2 rounds, what is Jessica Ai going to have to do to kind of get the momentum on Sarah?
Well, she's more of a striker. She's going to have to... She can't let Sarah take her down or pin her against the cage again. There she goes. I mean, there's little barrages that they're doing, but it's just kind of slow. She's going to have to find her rhythm and her range, and you see she's kind of hauling out there, kind of keeping Sarah back. Definitely don't want Sarah to grab a hold of her legs or anything because she's a silver medalist in the Olympics. She's going to put her on her back or pin her against the cage, but we'll see. Jessica Ai, she's bad, man, but Sarah McMahon, she's just, man, you see how big she is?
Oh, absolutely.
She's big, tough, got the credentials. I actually thought she was going to be the one to beat Ronda when they came in to fight. I still think that was an early stoppage when she fought Ronda, but I don't think she complained. So if the fighter don't complain, then I'm not going to say nothing because fighters.
Who was the referee of that fight? Was it Herb? It had to have been Herb. If it was an early stoppage, it had to have been Herb.
No, Herb's one of the best.
Right, but he also stops fights quick as shit.
I like Herb.
I like Herb too, but he stops fights pretty goddamn quick.
She's throwing out some leg kicks. See, distance strikes. Jessica Ai's got 7 out of 14. McMahon's got 3 out of 28. So you see, Jessica Ai is keeping her at bay, which she's going to have to do.
This is probably one of the most slept-on cards of all of UFC. What's going to be the fight to look out for? Since we're in the prelims right now, we're not in the main card. Let's talk about some of the fights. What are going to be some of those fights that we look out for?
Dude, that main event. Cody Garbrandt and Thomas Almeida. Not a lot of people know these people. I mean, it's crazy that they are a main event, but this fight right here, they made it the main event for a reason. This could be fight of the year. Thomas Almeida, he goes out. That guy's, his striking is just ridiculous. But what makes it such a good matchup is Cody Garbrandt is such a good boxer. He used to be a boxer before he started fighting. So can he counter these strikes from Thomas Almeida? I just see this going to be a stand-up war. Man, I can't even think of all the fights here. Let me see.
Like I said, we're not experts, but we know what we're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about as much as Heath does. Well, we see Jessica.
See, Sarah McMahon got the takedown. That's what I was more expecting. I thought Sarah was going to be going in for the takedown a little bit more. Oh, Jeremy Stevens or Renan Barão.
Oh, of course. I was going to ask you about Stevens. That's going to be a pretty big fight. Do you think Stevens can pull that fight off?
Yeah. I think Barão... The thing with Barão, he looked almost unstoppable. He was on a huge winning streak. TJ Dillashaw came out and showed what it's going to take to beat, Barão. He's kind of stationary. He was and Dillashaw, he kind of looked like what is his name? Dominic Cruz out there, kind of like how he was just hitting his angles and everything. And Barão had nothing for it. Jeremy Stephens is not that fighter. I think this is a good fight for Renan Barão, but Jeremy Stephens, he knocked out the 155 champion, now Rafael Dos Anjos. If you haven't seen that, look that up. Rafael Dos Anjos, I'm talking about, he came from all the way across the cage with an uppercut and knocked his head off.
Jeez. If you guys got any questions about the fight card, make sure you hit us up in the chat. Let us know where you're from. This is a kickback. Everybody's kicking back to the 6 viewers that are watching this right now, to the many that are going to probably come in here later on as the fights progress. Make sure you guys come in here, ask us some questions, man. What do you guys want to know about this fight card? I'll make sure I'll ask Keith the questions, and he'll give you the answers for them as well. So
I'm going to tell you a big fight. George Masvidal and Lorenz Larkin. Lorenz Larkin used to fight at 185. He dropped down to 170. He was a killer at 185. I love his drop down to 170. George Masvidal, he's good all around. He lost a split decision to one of the best in Vincent Henderson. He actually used to fight in the backyard with Kimbo. If you look up on Kimbo Slice's backyard fighting videos, you will see George Masvidal fighting people.
So who won between him and Kimbo?
He didn't fight Kimbo. There was weight classes. He was...
Oh, okay, so he didn't fight Kimbo.
No, hell no.
I was about to say, because that was back when Kimbo used to be a beast back then. When Kimbo did backyard stuff, he was way better than he was when he was doing Bellator.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just judging him off the Data 5000 and the Ken Shamrock fight, but man, those were 2 of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life.
That's a whole different ballgame when you step out in your backyard.
Have you ever seen 2 bums fight, like 2 drunk bums fight, like near a bar? That's how Data 5000 and Kimbo Slice. That's what I compare that fight to.
Yeah.
A bum fight. A drunk bum fight.
Here we go. Round 3. I think Sarah's got both the rounds. I mean, it's not just a beatdown, but Sarah's controlling it. Jessica I's landing a few shots from the outside, but Sarah McMahon, she's getting the takedown. She's controlling her against the cage. And the stand-up's not very, they're not really doing anything. So
I's getting the strikes, but she's just not getting the strikes she needs to.
It's just slow. She's not doing what she needs to do.
It seems like she's fighting at a very slow pace to where she's fighting cautious more so than trying to fight to win. Which, I mean, fighting cautious does help you win fights, but I think with Sarah taking over the last 2 rounds, I think you need to be a little bit more aggressive in the 3rd round, especially knowing that this is the last round. Sarah probably got the first 2 rounds. You probably need to come out a little bit more aggressive.
She's going to have to do something. But that's what you're looking for. She threw a kick. As soon as she threw that kick, wrestler grabs her leg, takes her down. That's what you're looking for. That's why strikers are cautious against wrestlers. And now she very well could be, because she's with an Olympic wrestler, that wrestler very well could hold her on her back for the last 3.5 minutes. So, I mean, you got to be cautious, but, if she can get up and do something, she's going to have to.
Main fight card coming up next, 10 minutes away. Soon after this fight between Sarah McMahon and Jessica I. 2 takedowns by Sarah McMahon in this round alone.
I think that's the whole fight.
It's the whole fight. It looks like she's... Give me a Bud Light. Go give me a Bud Light, dog. Like I said, we're drinking, hanging out. Make sure you guys hit us up in the chat, man. Let us know what you guys think about this fight card. If you guys got any questions about this fight card, even the fight card coming up with UFC 199 and UFC 200 coming up in July, make sure you hit us up about that stuff. Follow both of us on Twitter. Follow me at Marquise Munson, MarquisMunson. What's your Twitter? Because I hate your damn Twitter name. Passion.
Same as my YouTube name, Hefus Bocephus. Heafus.
Dude, how did that...
BOCEFUS.
How did you get that stupid ass name? We're probably gonna have to write it in the chat. But how did you get that stupid ass name?
It's a nickname. Something I got when I was young.
That's good that you're using that, but I wish you would have had a better nickname when you were young. I wish somebody would have gave you a cooler nickname when you were young rather than Heathus Bocephus. Bofeces.
Now she's got side control.
Good fight so far.
Jessica I's rolling. She's got a Olympic wrestler on her back. She's gonna be hard for her to do anything.
So this fight is pretty much over for Jessica I unless she can do something magnificent in the next minute 30. But it seems like this fight's going to go to Sarah McMahon in this one. And she lost the last 2 fights, so this is definitely a fight that she can carry over into next. So what do you think next for her as far as up-and-coming fights? Do you think she gets back on the main card and tries to fight? Because this is I think this is her second prelim fight back-to-back. So do you think she gets back on the main card?
Are you talking about Jessica I or?
No, I'm talking about Sarah.
Well, it just depends who the matchup is. She's just holding her. She's got a choke, but
she's got a choke, but it doesn't seem like it's very well connected as far as right now. See Jessica I trying to fight back, but with 35 seconds left, there's really nothing much you can do for Jessica I here. She's getting out wrestled in this contest, and there's nothing she can do at this point. I think this fight's over. It's probably going to go to a unanimous decision here for Sarah McMahon. She's only lost 3 fights though in her career, so pretty good career for Sarah McMahon. To only lose to Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, who is the champion at this point, and then she lost her last fight, who I'm going to look that up right now, but I know she lost her last fight. But to only lose 3 fights in a tough division in women's, maybe she can fight her way back to the main card. But she definitely won this fight against Jessica I. Jessica I is pretty hot, though. Both of them are pretty hot, but like I said, I don't like to judge the women fighters based on their looks.
I will. They're both hot.
Amanda Nunes.
Oh, that's a killer. She
lost by a rear naked choke in the first round. Also on the prelims. So
about to come up to the decision.
This is gonna be a unanimous decision here. And maybe we'll get some more fans in the damn audience. Maybe we'll get some more fans in this damn chat room. Good fight by both fighters, though. It's just, I think Sarah McMahon out-wrestled Jessica I throughout the contest. Didn't really let Jessica I get the momentum that she needed to win this fight. Most of this fight was on the mat, and Sarah McMahon wins. Would you fight either one of these girls?
Yeah, man.
Jessica I just stormed out the octagon.
She's always been like that, kind of emotional and stuff. I don't know. She won't hang around for nothing. She's just
9-3 now for Sarah McMahon, ranked 6th in her weight class. Another good victory. Look at that, he's trying to touch her and stuff. Look, you see that? This guy. This fucking guy.
She looks like she did nothing but go for a jog. She didn't get hit, really.
Yeah, she didn't get hit. She did a lot of takedowns. She didn't get hit.
That's exactly what I expected her. Be a grinding out 3-round decision.
If you're the 3 people watching this, where are you going? If you're the 3 people watching this, make sure you let us know how this video is going. This is our first time doing live stream, so We're trying to make sure it gets better as time progresses. If the mic sucks, let us know that the mic sucks, because the 6 people that are watching this, we're not going to know how to get better unless you guys let us know how we're doing. So let us know how we're doing so far. All we're doing is kicking back. We're watching the fights. Hopefully you guys are watching it as well. It's on Fox Sports 1. The prelims are over with. Sarah McMahon defeats Jessica Ai by unanimous decision. Now we're getting into the main card. More of the fans of Vegas is packed in there now. But make sure you hit us up in the chat. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we can work on so we can make this video better for the people that are watching this. Jeez, what a knockout there.
He's bad. He's got some crazy striking. But the thing about Cody Garbrandt, I just want to know if Cody can like counter this stuff. This dude gets on you. He reminds me of like Vanderlei back in the day. He just hits you and starts swarming you. He's all over you. But like I said, Cody Garbrandt used to be a pro boxer before he started fighting, so he might be able to counter him. But styles make matchups, so we're going to see.
What is Thomas going to have to do to win this main event bout?
Thomas is going to have to go fight his fight. Thomas Almeida goes up there and kills people. Cody Garbrandt, man, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick this fight.
Some nice strikes there, but so who do you got in that fight?
I'm gonna go with Almeida.
Almeida by decision, or
it's a 5-round fight, so I'll say, I don't know. Man, I don't even want to pick that fight.
You have to pick the fight, man. That's the point of, you know.
I like Tarek Saffiedine versus Rick Story. That's gonna be a good fight.
Who do you got in that fight?
I got Tarek Saffiedine. He used to be the Strikeforce welterweight champion. He beat Nate Marquardt, got that. And he's come in. He's been injured and stuff. He hasn't had many fights, but he's been very consistent. Rick Story's beat a lot of good guys, but he's not been very consistent in his UFC career. But Rick Story goes out and just kills people that you just don't know which Rick Story's going to show up.
So which Rick Story do you think is going to show up in this fight?
I hope the killer Rick Story, but
what?
You just can't tell with him. He's going out and beat. People blowing my phone up.
Ain't nobody blowing your phone up, man. Got one text message since we started here. Rick the Horror Story. Rick the Horror Story versus. It's gonna be a good fight.
What's the first fight on this main event?
About to look now. Talk to the people. The 3 people. The 3 people that we have in here. It's probably because our quality of microphone is very shitty. We understand that, so just let us know how it sounds so we can fix it. We got 5 people in here now. Welcome to the UFC Vegas Fight Night card here. May 29, 2016. Marquise Munson here with my boy Heath Stance. I'm the host, he's the expert, so you got any questions about the fight card, ask him. You got any questions about just life in general and you guys want to just vent, just ask me, because I'm open ears. I got big ears for a reason, because they're open to listen to people's opinions and thoughts. But we're sitting here, we're hanging out, we're drinking beer, watching UFC Fight Night Vegas. Wish we were there. We're going to try to go to the one in Atlanta. Hopefully we can try to get to the one to Atlanta.
We've got to go to a fight.
We got to go to that fight.
That's like my main thing on the bucket list.
To go to a UFC fight?
You got to.
Absolutely. I want to go to one in Vegas. I think Vegas would be pretty fun, especially they have all that stuff going on during the week. Now, I think a fight card in Vegas would be fun, but since we're closer to Atlanta, I think we need to go to the one in Atlanta. But we're about to begin this fight card. It's going to be a light heavyweight bout.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh Burkman. Josh Burkman's fighting Paul Fielder. I got Josh Burkman. He used to fight for World Series of Fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if y'all haven't seen that, he knocked out John Fitch. Oh, God, just made it. No, he choked him out. That was a crazy fight. I thought John Fitch was going to go out and win that fight, but Josh Burton's good.
Lost his last two fights. He lost 2 of his last 3 fights here, so hopefully he can find some momentum here.
Well, he came to the UFC and lost. Dang, he lost to Edson Barboza, which that's nothing to really say. Ross Pearson, he lost that. And beat Darren Cruikshank. He beat him by a rear naked choke.
We're about to begin the prelims, or it's over with the prelims. Now we're about to get into the main card now. Thank you guys for tuning in to UFC Vegas Fight Night. We're just sitting here enjoying it, drinking some beer. Make sure you guys watch it on Fox Sports 1. You guys, I know you guys got cable, so I know you guys got enough time to watch it. 16 knockouts for Thomas.
That's what I'm saying. He's 21-0. I think he's got a little bit more experience. I don't know, man. Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt is a newcomer. Finished 7 opponents all by knockout out of his 8 fights that he competed in the UFC. So definitely a good track record to start off your UFC career by 7 knockouts in 8 bouts in the UFC.
Cody Garbrandt used to date Paige Van Zandt, that girl that was on Dancing with the Stars.
Really? Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
A lucky son of a bitch. Why do you have a "Don't Mess with Texas" shirt in Las Vegas, dickhead? Is there anybody in here fighting in Texas? Fighting from Texas?
I don't know.
This dude showed off his "Don't Mess with Texas" shirt like he's fucking living in Texas. Like
he's probably from Texas.
I know he's from Texas, but why the fuck would you wear the shirt to Vegas? Nobody cares. Vegas people don't care.
He tried to fight Conor McGregor. When Conor McGregor was on The Ultimate Fighter, he was coaching against Uriah Faber. Cody Garbrandt trains with Uriah Faber, so Uriah Faber brought a bunch of his training partners in. And Conor McGregor, being the shit talker he is, I guess. I remember Cody Garbrandt just got up. They got face to face. He shoved Conor McGregor. Everybody jumped in the way though, but that was funny.
Of course you don't want to see an Ultimate Fighter fighting a fucking UFC fighter on Ultimate Fighter, because what if he would have beat his ass?
Nah, he was just training with him. He was in the UFC. He wasn't on the show. He was just there helping Uriah Faber coach the team.
Oh, okay. Who do you think would have won that fight?
Conor McGregor, I guess. I don't think he wanted to fight him right there, but I like that he jumped in his face and shoved him.
Why do people always want to pick on Conor McGregor, man?
A lot of people don't like his talking.
I like Conor McGregor. I think Conor McGregor is good. I don't think the fight with Floyd's going to happen just because, dude, Floyd is a legit boxer, man. You have to, and even Teddy Atlas said that, dude, you have to beat a guy like Floyd Mayweather, dude, you have to have at least 5 years of boxing experience even to compete with a guy like Floyd Mayweather. So how the hell is this guy who has no boxing experience whatsoever going to try to compete with a guy who's been fighting his whole life?
He wouldn't touch Floyd Mayweather in a boxing ring. That fight is so stupid. They're just trying to hype something up. They think they're going to make a shitload of money off this fight. Conor McGregor wants no part of that fight. They're not going to fight in the cage. It's not going to happen. So the only thing that they would fight in is they would box. So, and that would be the worst fight ever. Conor McGregor would just get killed. I mean,
Conor McGregor.
I hate that. I don't know. I just wish they would stop talking about it and just start talking about Conor McGregor defending his title because he hasn't fought.
I thought Jose got that title now again. I thought he gave that title away to compete in another division.
He hasn't done that. And I wish he would do that or something if he's going to keep trying to get these money fights. But he lost to Nate Diaz. I don't even know why he had that fight in the first place. But now, he's wanting his redemption fight. So, yeah, I won't fight Nate Diaz again. Either go back and defend your belt that you worked so hard to get, or just give it up and start getting your money fights like he's obviously trying to do.
I think Conor McGregor just had something to prove. It's like everybody's always talking about how he's fighting smaller guys, how he's beating up midgets and stuff like that. I think he jumped up a division just so he can just say to people like, hey, I can fight wherever the fuck I'm at as far as weight is concerned.
Well, and he couldn't. He still got a belt, so there's an obligation. When you've got a belt, he's tying up a division that is full of people that's ready to get title shots. He's tying that whole division up. There's Frankie Edgar. There's Jose Aldo. There's Max Holloway. There's a bunch of guys there there's still Chad Mendez. There's so many people there there's so many good fights for him and people that is just waiting for a title shot. And nobody's getting it because this guy's wanting to go fight people that he just lost to in a weight class. Nate Diaz fights at 155. He's trying to get this fight at 170 again for some reason because I want to say because if he loses, I jumped up 2 weight classes. Well, still.
So I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the Mayweather Conor McGregor thing is more so of a publicity stunt, like Nate Diaz said, than actual fight. Conor McGregor said he wants to get paid the same amount as Floyd Mayweather, but for a guy who has no experience in boxing whatsoever to be getting paid $100 million just to fight Floyd Mayweather, that's not fair for the guys like Triple G. It's not fair for the guys like Canelo. It's not fair for the guys like Sean Porter who can actually compete with a guy like Floyd Mayweather because they've been boxing for so long. And this guy, Conor McGregor, has no boxing experience whatsoever, and he's just going to jump in and make that Floyd Mayweather money. And you got guys like Sean Porter and still fighting in fucking Premier Boxing Championship, and they haven't even had a pay-per-view fight yet. And you got a guy like Conor McGregor who has no boxing experience whatsoever, just jumping right in there to fight.
Well, if you look at the popularity of mixed martial arts and the popularity of boxing, it don't even touch each other. Boxing is so popular. If you think about, mixed martial artists, I don't think they get paid enough, but they're never going to get, I'm not going to say never because you don't know what's going to happen, but as far as getting Floyd money and Manny Pacquiao money and getting Klitschko money, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Dude, the dude that, the dude that Deontay Wilder was about to fight? Dude, this dude gets paid. This dude gets, I think he gets like $7 million a fight.
Well,
And Deontay Wilder only gets paid $1 million a fight, and he's champion. And this dude that he was about to go against, I think he got performance-enhancing drugs, and they have to cancel the fight. But he gets $7 million a fight.
Well, I want to say that guy's from Europe. Boxing is so much bigger overseas than it is here in the U.S. There hasn't been a big United States boxer. There used to be all these big heavyweight boxers. Mike Tyson from here, Evander Holyfield. Just so many people from the U.S. used to be, and boxing used to be big here. We used to always have big heavyweight championship boxers. No, we don't anymore. If you go across the seas, there's so many people. And boxing's so big when they have events over there. UFC, they barely ever go overseas. It's mostly all stuff in the U.S.
What? Well, boxing's growing, though, with Premier Championship Boxing. If you guys have not watched Premier Championship Boxing, you need to. Sean Porter and Keith Thurman fight coming up. That's going to be a good fight. Keith Thurman trains in Floyd Mayweather's gym. He's the money team. And Sean Porter, probably one of the most underrated fighters in that weight class. Sean Porter's only got knocked down one time ever in his career. I want to see that fight. As we see a commercial for UFC 199, that's going to be a good card, too. That's going to be a real good card. Who you got, Rockhold and Michael?
Luke Rockhold. Michael Bisping already fought Luke Rockhold one time. Rockhold beat him pretty convincingly. I wish that it was And Michael Bisping's got 2 weeks to prepare for this fight. He's not ready for Luke Rockhold on 2 weeks' notice. Luke Rockhold's been training for Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman got hurt. I wish that fight would have happened again because that was a good fight. A lot of people say, oh, Luke Rockhold won pretty good. Luke Rockhold, that was a good fight until Chris Weidman tried to do that spinning wheel kick, and Luke Rockhold caught it, took him down, got his back, and beat the shit out of him, and TKO'd him.
Hey, Melvin, you're right. Keith Thurman has been ducking Sean Porter. I would duck Sean Porter, too. Sean Porter's probably, to me, one of the most underrated fighters. Like, people do not give Sean Porter a lot of credit for his fighting. But a guy that's really ducking is fucking Canelo. Canelo is ducking Triple G so much right now. I hate that, dude. Hey, Canelo's talking about how he wants to fight Triple G, but I don't think it's going to happen because he's going to duck him. He's going to duck him the whole time. I hate that shit, man. I wish boxing was a lot like UFC to where you have to fight the top guys in your division.
Well, let me tell you this. I graduated high school 10 years ago, so this tells you how long ago. I used to love boxing when I was in high school. And all this stuff where fighters start picking their fights, there's so many organizations that holds these belts, and all these people can just handpick their fights. That's what got me out of boxing, and now I love watching MMA. There's a couple organizations, but they're not fighting each other. When they're in the UFC, it's the best fighting the best, and it's not like, Anderson Silva, when he was on his streak, he wasn't going out to the UFC saying, hey, I don't want to fight this guy, because, I want to fight this other guy, this other unknown guy. There's so many killers out in boxing, and they're not fighting for a belt. Here in the UFC, if you get a number one contender fight, 9 times out of 10 after that fight, if you're healthy enough, you're going to get a title fight. And I love that. I love how they're doing that. I hope it never changes.
It's too many middlemen. I think it's different with UFC because in UFC, it's kind of like you're going off of rankings, where in boxing, you have your promoters disagreeing. One promoter thinks that fighter should be getting paid more than the other fighter.
Well, that's what it is.
And vice versa. So you have these promoters being the middlemen of everything, and that's the reason why you're not getting these big name fights, because you have one promoter saying that, hey, my guy deserves 50 mil, when, hey, no, your guy doesn't deserve 50 mil, my guy deserves this much, and then you get a whole bunch of bullshit. But Melvin, I do agree. I think Canelo and Triple G will meet at a certain weight class, and I think that weight class will probably be 155, 160, and they can finally pull it off. Hopefully they do. I think it'll be good for boxing, because I don't want to wait 10 years to wait for fucking Triple G and Canelo like I waited 10 years to see fucking Pacquiao versus Mayweather. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. That was the biggest fight. They could have made so much money off that fight, but these two people, they're wanting so much money. There's so many stipulations that they're asking for. Let the organization set it up. Hey, if you want the title, you're going to fight this guy for this much money at this weight class. Set it up. I hate how it took so long until Manny Pacquiao, he was fucking, retired old and shit. It just...
It wasn't even that. It should have been when, after Mayweather fought Shane Mosley and before Pacquiao got knocked out, that's when they should have fought. In that time between then. After Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton, that's when they should have fought that fight.
Okay, Conor went from no rank to number one contender of star power alone. Okay, I'll correct you, but you're right in a sense. Let me tell you this. Conor McGregor, he did move his way up the ranks, but he was fighting people that the UFC was handpicking for him. There was wrestlers and stuff that people were saying, hey, he couldn't hang in there with these wrestlers. So they would give him people that were flat-footed strikers and stuff. That was ranked above him, so they did cherry-pick their fights to get him a title shot. I will say that you're right, but again, he did move up the ranks. He did have a big win streak, but it was just cherry-pick fights, and that is bullshit.
It is, but we're in the main card now. Let's talk about this fight real quick, Heath. First card of the main card.
Josh Berkman, I like him a lot. He's a tough dude. He's had a few losses in the UFC. It's all about money and pay-per-view sales. That is exactly right.
That's exactly what it is, man. That's all it is.
That's the biggest thing. kind of like Ronda Rousey. I will say something about her. They were getting so much. There were some fighters that should have fought her when she fought Beth Correa. Beth Correa was an accountant, I want to believe, 4 years before she fought Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was a fucking Olympic judo bronze medalist, and she's fighting this woman that started training 5 years before they fought for weight loss. It is about money and pay-per-view buys, and Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor sells them, so they are going to get them somehow a pay-per-view main event spot.
Well, let me ask you a question. If Dana White is so smart, this fight has been called one of the most underrated fights, one of the most slept-on cards, probably in the UFC this year. How come a lot of these guys aren't on the main pay-per-views then? How come some of these fights, we're getting this fight for free, and as fans, that's good for us because we're getting this fight for free on FS1, and we don't got to go to Hooters or Buffalo Wild Wings to try to watch it for free. But why isn't Dana White putting on these fights instead of adding these big names on here?
Well, that's exactly right. People are going to tune in because it's free. They're not going to buy, if they say, hey, Thomas Almeida versus Cody Garbrandt is a pay-per-view headliner or co-main event, you're not going to buy it because people that don't watch this doesn't know who these guys are. So they're putting it on Fox Sports 1 to where these casual fans are going to tune in. They'll say, hey, yeah, I'll check it out. These guys are bad fucking ass. And they're going to put on a good fight. So now they're going to build these people up off free TV. So next fight they will be able to build pay-per-view money off these guys. But most of these people fighting on this main card, there's no star power on this main card, for casuals. Me looking this up, I think, hey, this is a fucking badass fight card. But people that don't know the shit, they're going to be looking at pay-per-view. And there's not pay-per-view star power on this. Hey, you're right. Both undefeated people. And one of these people is going to lose, which is, they are going to
it's difficult.
A up-and-comer. They could have fought somebody else, but this fight, they're going to put two people out, and they're marketing it on free TV for people. Hey, these are two undefeated knockout artists. Which one's going to come out victorious? This guy fights this way, this guy fights that way. So I can kind of see where they're coming from, but you're right again that these are two undefeated up-and-comers and they're just going to knock one right back down the peg.
Mike Melvin, since you kind of keep up with boxing a little bit, I'll give you an example of what this fight is. This fight's a lot like Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather when they fought that time. Both guys were undefeated. Ricky Hatton was supposed to be the guy that was supposed to compete with Floyd Mayweather and actually give him a fight. And all of a sudden, Floyd Mayweather knock him out, and then Floyd Mayweather becomes the star, and then Ricky Hatton kind of falls into the fade to where then eventually he started getting knocked out. Ricky Hatton was really good before he went into that fight with Floyd Mayweather, but two stars competing against each other, and then once that knockout happened, it kind of just derailed Ricky Hatton's whole entire career. Then he got knocked out by Manny Pacquiao, and then I haven't heard from the guy since. So that's kind of what I look at this fight as. It's I hope both guys can put on a good fight enough to where this fight can make both guys a star no matter win or lose. But unfortunately, the way the fighting game works, man, when one guy loses, the other guy succeeds, and then the other guy loses. So it kind of sucks, man. But one guy's got to be on top, man. The other's not. So. And Ricky Hatton was good, man. Ricky Hatton was out there. He was knocking guys out. He went into that fight with Floyd Mayweather, and all of a sudden, man, he got knocked out. And I think if he didn't get knocked out by Floyd, I think it would have still saved his career a little bit because you're going against one of the best defensive fighters in boxing history. And I think it would have still saved his career. But once you get knocked out by Floyd Mayweather, the top boxer in your division, and then you get knocked out again by the second top fighter in your division, I think that's when you kind of just fall into the fade, and that's what kind of happened to Ricky Hatton. And hopefully that doesn't happen with these two guys. Hopefully they just put on a good fight in the main event, and hopefully they can rise both of their careers rather than it helps one and hurts the other. So
I don't think either one's going to get hurt because I'm going to go again say that Melvin, I do like that point. Garbrandt, he's a big 135er, but exactly, I think Almeida is just too. He's got so much experience coming into this fight. I just think Almeida's going to be a little bit too much for him.
Do I think Floyd Mayweather's coming back? I fought with that for a minute. I think I want to see Floyd Mayweather fight one of the young guys, though. I want to see him fight a guy like Danny Garcia. I want to see him fight a guy like Adrian Broner. I think if he wants the big money fight, I think he'll go fighting Adrian Broner just because they have so much history between those two. But I think if you want to fight a young guy, a young promising guy, you'll fight a guy like Danny Garcia or Sean Porter to kind of build their careers up. Because I think by fighting a guy like Floyd Mayweather, it can help a career with Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. But with a guy like Adrian Broner, that's the moneymaker. Adrian Broner doesn't get like a mil. Adrian Broner, he talks about making billions, but he only gets like a mil a fight. He only gets a mil a fight, but I think it'll be a big fight for him because he's fighting a guy with so much history between the two. Those guys have been going back and forth for each other for a while, but I think a guy like Danny Garcia and Crawford as well, I think that can grow their careers. Because I'm to be honest with you, Melvin, I'm getting tired of watching Danny Garcia fight these premier championship boxing. I think Danny Garcia has fought hard enough to make it to a main fight card, whether that's on Showtime or HBO. I think he's fought hard enough to make it to a next step. So I love watching Danny Garcia on free TV, but I want to see him make that step into the Showtime money. And I think by fighting a guy like Floyd Mayweather, it'll definitely get him into that Showtime money. And Broner is entertaining, but he pisses me the fuck off. I hate Adrian Broner with a passion, dude. Yeah. It's just I don't like him because he's too much like Floyd, but he doesn't have the Floyd ability. At least Floyd backed it up. Broner didn't. He doesn't back it up. He's entertaining as shit, but he doesn't back it up in the ring. He gets gassed within like the first 7, 8 rounds. He gets gassed up and. It's just like, I'm just not a big fan of Adrian Broner. He's not about billions because he only gets a mil a fight. He gets the same amount of money as Deontay Wilder a fight. So, I wouldn't, I'm really not a big fan of Adrian Broner. And I used to, but I don't know, his antics just started taking over what I thought about him as a boxer. That's why I respect guys like, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter who just go out there and fight. You really don't hear too much about Sean Porter or Danny Garcia until they actually get into a boxing ring. So, respect those guys a lot. And we see this fight here, second round. We're talking about boxing a lot, but MMA and boxing, they go hand in hand, man. I think those are two underrated sports that a lot of people don't talk about. And I don't see ESPN report on a lot of boxing, and I don't see ESPN report on a lot of MMA unless it's Ronda or Conor. Well, and that's sad.
That's the two big draws here in the U.S. and boxing it's not so big here in the U.S. like it used to be. So, of course they're going to report on basketball and football and baseball and all that stuff, but.
They did report on Cyborg when she won, but that's, like I said, it's a big draw, so...
But it was a quick thing, they didn't go too far into it. UFC's growing.
You know what's crazy? That now ESPN SportsCenter has a segment for WWE wrestling. They have a segment every Tuesday where they interview a WWE superstar, but yet UFC can't get no more than 10 minutes unless it's Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, or maybe Jon Jones. Maybe Jon Jones.
Yeah.
And that's pitiful.
It's money.
It's a money-making scheme here. Boxing's the same way too, man.
But ESPN's got a UFC segment. Chael Sonnen, he's the host.
Yeah, he is the host of it. But I want to see more Chael on ESPN though. I'd rather not. I used to be a huge fan of wrestling, man, but I'd rather see some of these guys get some love here. Where can you live stream the fight?
Man, I don't know. Do you you don't have cable?
Do you not have cable? It's on FS1. It's on FS1. The best way to stream it, probably...
Fuck, you might be able to watch it on there.
Watch it on UFC.com or maybe go to...
Fox Sports 1's channel.
Or Fox Sports 1 channel. Or you can go to Ustream. I think Ustream, they're really good about...
Chael is God. Thank you.
Where's your Chael shirt on, man?
It's...
You don't have your Mean Street shirt on today, dude?
Chael is my guy. I love Chael Sonnen.
So let's get back into this fight now.
It's a good fight.
I almost said Thurman, but Keith Thurman. Talk to the people. I'm gonna.
I don't know who y'all got winning this fight. I missed a little bit of it.
Taking a shred.
He tried to spin a back kick, fail.
Let us know what you guys want to know about this fight card, though. I know we kind of got a little bit into boxing, a little bit into fighting, but it helps you guys get to know us a little bit better. I don't think we should come on here as two random motherfuckers doing a YouTube live stream. So, let us know how you think, what you want to ask us about, as far as this card's concerned. Anything going on in the UFC, you can also ask us as well.
Here, I'll take the whole fight card. This is the first fight on, the main fight card, but I'll tell you the whole fight card. You missed a lot of good fights.
Matter of fact, to help you guys out a little better, we're going to try to write the fight card in the chat box. We're going to I'll write it in the chat box. So give me a second.
Well, look. He turned down $50 million to fight Floyd. I haven't heard that, but
no. The only reason is he turned down $50 million because Floyd's getting $100 million for that fight. Conor McGregor basically said that if I'm gonna fight Floyd, you're gonna have to give me $100 million too.
Yes, Conrad, that would be a shit fight. It would be in the boxing ring. There's no way in hell Floyd would ever do a James Toney and embarrass himself like that. That would be in the boxing ring, and Floyd, that would be just the shittiest boxing match. There's no way in hell that would ever happen. Ever. There's no way. It's not going to happen.
Alright, so as the fights go on, I'm going to type in what fight we're watching as we speak. If you guys got any questions on the fight that we're currently watching, go ahead and ask. If you guys have any other questions about UFC, go ahead and ask. I don't know. I'll fight Floyd Mayweather for $500 because I'm broke right now. I'll fight Floyd for whatever amount of money they give me at this point in my life. But that's the fight we're currently watching now. It's in the third round. Also, we're going to put our Twitters up here so you guys can follow us on Twitter. Ask us some more questions.
Y'all just subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Twitter, too. Write your Twitter on there.
Twitter's the same thing as my YouTube channel. And Conor loses no credibility. Yes, he loses no credibility. It's a lose-lose for Floyd Mayweather. If he wins, he beat a guy that's not a boxer. And if just somehow crazy way he does get caught and gets knocked out, oh, you just got knocked out by a mixed martial artist that's not a boxer. That's the stupidest fight. It'll never happen.
See, the thing with Conor McGregor is, and I read this story that Teddy Atlas did. Teddy Atlas, legendary in the boxing realms, and he was saying that if he was training Conor McGregor, he would basically have to train this guy 5 years before he even steps in the ring with a guy like Floyd Mayweather. I think Conor McGregor needs to have a tune-up fight in boxing before he steps into the ring with a guy like Floyd Mayweather.
Dude, he's got to have...
Your first boxing match can't be against arguably one of the greatest defensive fighters to ever step foot in a ring, man. You can't do that shit.
That's just a retarded fight.
I'd rather see him fight Danny Garcia. I'd rather see him fight a guy who deserves it rather than see a guy who's come in.
Conor McGregor couldn't fight a mid. He couldn't fight an undercarder in the boxing ring. It won't happen. He cannot fight somebody. He cannot fight a top 20 boxer in the boxing ring. It's not going to happen. He would get smoked.
And I think Teddy Atlas was just being generous when he said 5 years. I think he's going to take him a lot more. Think about the guys who train in boxing. Like these kids, like they start off at like kids.
Yeah.
Like at least 8 years old training in boxing before they even make it to the amateurs. Some guys stay in the amateurs for so long and don't make it professional till 10 years after. So, man, wouldn't happen. Conor McGregor just needs to stay in UFC, dominate UFC, and then hang his hat and maybe be a professional wrestler like he wants to be. I don't know.
Yeah, Conrad, that's the same thing. Boxing, I mean, it's a lose-lose situation. I don't know if you saw when James Toney and Randy Couture fought. James Toney only wanted that fight because it was his money fight. He was hunting down Dana White. Hey, boxing's the greatest, all this and that. I'll beat the shit out of any of your fighters. They gave Randy Couture, which I thought was funny because they gave one of his top guys and a veteran. It went straight in, and as soon as the fight started, Randy Couture dove in from so far away. He gave him no chance to hit him. Got the shittiest single leg and just got on top of him and I want to say arm triangle. Floyd is not going to. He's not going to do that. Floyd knows what would happen. But where I was going at with the Randy Couture was doing interviews and was saying, "Hey, I'm going to kill him in the cage, but if I stepped in the boxing ring with him, he would kill me." Okay, what fight is it on now? The fight on now is Josh Berkman. God, I can't. What is it? Paul Felder.
Paul Felder and Josh Berkman's fighting right now.
It's going to decision now. The next fight now is going to be George Masvidal and Lorenz Larkin. That's the fight. That's a big fight that I'm looking for on this card. That is going to be a big fight.
Here's the decision, everybody.
Thomas Almeida and Cody Garbrandt. I got Thomas Almeida. Okay, Paul Felder just won this by decision. It was a good fight. They didn't go wrong. He won the third round.
So you say you have Thomas. What is he going to have to do to kind of win that main event fight?
Who are you talking about? Either one of them is it's going to be a stand-up fight. So, I mean, both these guys are just complete strikers.
So Mike Melvin, do you have him by knockout?
Yeah, I think Almeida. I think he might TKO Cody Garbrandt. But dude, Cody Garbrandt used to be a boxer. I want to see if he can counter some of these strikes because Almeida, he kind of goes in he's swinging at you. Is Cody Garbrandt going to be able to counter these shots? I like the matchup. I think it's a good matchup.
Who has the better defense between the two fighters?
Cody Garbrandt. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is he going to be able to counter some of these strikes, defend some of these strikes? But I don't know. I think Thomas Almeida, he's 21-0. He's a big-time veteran. He's got a good training camp. I don't know, but once again,
think he'll get gassed?
Will he gas? Possibly, because it's a 5-round fight. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if it goes into later rounds, yeah, I could see that. No, because they do all main events is 5-round fights. I'm going to have to go Almeida's going to win by TKO, I get. He might just win decision, but I think it's going to be... Dude, that could be fight of the year.
Really?
Yeah. This is going to be... I think...
All right, so what has been fight of the year so far?
I can't even think. I mean, it's still so early.
Like I said, do you not have cable?
I mean, it's on Fox Sports 1. Look up foxsports1.com, UFC.com. I mean, there's got to be something because it's on cable TV.
Let me see. Give me a second. Let me do some research, and I'm gonna help you out.
Cody gets wild with his punches, and Almeida throws clean technical shot. Okay, yeah. Almeida is technical. But, dude, when he gets you hurt, he looks like Vanderlei. You know, he goes out there and will just... He's a headhunter. If he knows that you're hurt, he's going to just go out there and just try and just end you right then. George Masvidal and Lorenz Larkin's coming up. Welterweight bout. Man, I'm ready for this fight here. Lorenz Larkin, they're both sleepers in the welterweight division. Lorenz Larkin came out, he was at 185 for so long. And George Masvidal, he's been around for a little while, but he started out fighting in the backyard with Kimbo Slice, doing the same stuff as him. And you can find that on Kimbo's, I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but he used to be on Kimbo's YouTube channel doing backyard fights on the same scale as Kimbo. But that's pretty much where he started at. Brazil has some of the best fighters, yeah.
I just didn't like Brazil's reaction of that last fight card. That was terrible. Brazil has the best fighters, but they have the most fucked up fans. I would not fight in Brazil, dude. Dude, I would not fight in fucking Brazil, dude. Brazil is fucking dangerous as shit.
Yes, he beat the Funk Master. Dude, God, I hated that was... Okay, that wasn't on TV. That was on... what's the... Fight Pass. That was on Fight Pass, and that was headlining the Fight Pass. And Funk Master lost. Dude, if you watch the first round... Dude, Funk Master had him... Dude, it was some like crazy like figure four stuff, but he was like controlling him on the ground and stuff. It was crazy. But then it was a split decision too, though. And yes, Matt Brown is a fucking savage. But, dude, did you see, though, his last fight? He just fought on the last thing in Damian Maia. It was on the Brazil card.
Oh, yeah, he got in a fight with a Brazilian.
Dude, he walked out, and I think 3 people tried to hit him while he was walking out. He fought Damian Maia. He lost that fight. Damian Maia he's got the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 170 by far. And Damian Maia rode his fucking back from bell to bell. And after that fight, Matt Brown was in the crowd of something. He was in the crowd. No, he was in the hotel doing something, you know, talking to people. And then somebody walked up and sucker punched him. It was his old coach.
Really?
Yeah, one of his old coaches that he assaulted or something.
And while I'm putting the results of the first fight, for those who can't live stream it, while we're talking about it, I'm also going to write the results in the chat box so you guys can know what the result was for the first fight. Just so you guys can stay in tune with us. Because sometimes we get off track and we start talking about boxing and shit, because boxing's also amazing. I love boxing. I cover basketball. I'm a basketball writer, but I also love boxing. So
yeah, Damian, some of his fights, dude, he said that that Anderson Silva fight changed him, but that was the most boring fight I've ever seen in my life. Damian Maia. And he's a ground fighter. His wrestling's good, but his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is just on another level from... Stevens is going to kill Barral. Man, that he could. Jeremy Stevens is... Dude, that guy can... One punch and it's over. And Jeremy Stevens has good boxing. But, Brown got hit 3 times on the way to the cage. Yeah, I'm with you, Sharky Shark. Brazilian fans, dude, if they were chanting, okay, let's say at the weigh-ins, what got the Brazilian fans so heated is that Matt Brown walked out and they're chanting, you're gonna die, faggot, all this stuff, and he just turns his back to him on the scale and is like flicking the bird like back behind his back. And so that right there was enough for the Brazilian fans to want to damn near jump over the railing and try and hit him in the head. There was 3 people that tried to hit him as he's walking out. He goes out there and fights a killer in Damian Maia, which it probably fucked him up going in there like, damn, you know, he's already fucking having to fight off 3 people. And then after the fight, he's standing in the hotel lobby and somebody runs up. But that was his old trainer. I thought it was a Brazilian, but
Showing the preview for UFC 199. Uriah Faber, who I'm going for, California brethren.
The best Brazilian is Chris Cyborg.
Oh my God, Chris Cyborg. Ugh.
I love Chris Cyborg.
I know, but goddamn, she's fucking dangerous. Dude, she is the dangerous. Dude, she scares the shit out of me. I will fight any woman in UFC but Chris Cyborg.
Chris Cyborg will just, God, I
want to see Chris Cyborg versus Chris Brown. The battle of the Chris's. Chris Cyborg versus Chris Brown. She will fucking kill Chris Brown.
For real though, I want to see Chris Cyborg. She would beat Ronda. I don't think that would be a good fight. She would beat Miesha Tate. I don't think that'd be a good fight. I think the fight for Chris Cyborg is Holly Holm.
Boxing.
You've got to have a good striker. Holly Holm was a very decorated boxer. She's one of the best. If you looked up a top 10 boxers, women boxers of all time, Holly Holm is on that list. She's a very decorated striker. Yo, guys, what do you think of Joanna Jędrzejczyk? She's still in the field. I love Joanna Champion. Joanna Champion, I love her. But, dude, she is fighting, God, what is that woman's?
Fuck. We just watched that shit because it's on Ultimate Fighter. Anna something.
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna get that for you. Go ahead.
Sorry, guys, I've been drinking, but
sorry, guys.
Joanna Champion is a murderer.
That's my excuse. That's my excuse when I'm with women. Sorry, I've been drinking.
God, what is her name?
I'm gonna get it.
Claudia Gadelha.
Yeah, Claudia.
Claudia Gadelha. I want to say, honestly, guys, I'm gonna say Gadelha. I'm going to go with her in the rematch. They fought the one time for the title. It was a very close decision. I think Gadelha might have won. Okay, Sharky Shark just put that. Gadelha is going to beat Joanna. She beat her the first fight. I don't know what the judges were watching. Yeah. It was controversial. It was a very controversial decision. Claudia is so bad, dude. I'm kind of scared she's going to get busted for steroids, man. She's so cut up. But I like her, man. After watching this tough season, dude, I used to love Joanna, but dude, Claudia seeming so much more just down to earth and stuff, and I really like Claudia.
Claudia by what?
Probably, I don't know. Dude, that first fight went to decision. It was so close. And it was funny because Joanna was kind of talking shit to Claudia, like kind of flaunting her belt. She was like wearing her belt and shit, walking through the tough house. It was like, yeah, you like this, you know, talking shit. And after the fight, she was like, I want to thank the judges and all this. And it was, yeah, it was close as fuck. That was a close fight. It was controversial just because it was so close, you know. Half of the people said, oh, Joanna won.
We're at the second fight on the main card of UFC Fight Night Vegas. Beef, who do you got in this fight real quick?
Oh, man.
Think about it for a second.
These are both sleepers in the welterweight division. I've always been a big Lorenz Larkin fan, but George Masvidal, dude, it's so hard to go against George Masvidal.
Oh, what does Larkin have to do to win this fight?
Larkin's going to have to play his game. I think Larkin's a great striker. I'm going to have to go with Larkin. Joanna's a cunt. Put her on top. Was a mistake.
Man, why do you have to call her a cunt, man? Come on, Melvin. Come on, Melvin. You don't have to call her a cunt. She may be a bitch, but she ain't a cunt. It's two different words, man. Damn, man. Well, Melvin said it, not me. Joanna will still kick my ass.
But I will say this: Joanna was like the sweetheart of the division. You know, she was so. And then when she went on tough, she kind of lost a lot of fans because she did come off as like an asshole in there. So it might have been kind of a mistake to put her on there.
That is true. But I wouldn't call her a cunt, though. That's a very deep word to call someone. It's going to be a good fight, y'all. I mean, you really can't go wrong with neither one of those two ladies. I think, hopefully, Claudia, like Keith said, doesn't get caught with steroids. That would be pretty bad for the fight, but it's going to be a good fight, y'all. It's not going to be... It's definitely not going to be one-sided, to say the least. But make sure, we have a little quick break and we're watching Burger King commercials. Make sure you subscribe for this page. We'll be putting up UFC fight predictions every other week or so. And also follow us on Twitter. If you guys have a Twitter, make sure you follow us. We already put our Twitters up there. If you need it again, just go ahead and ask us. But we're waiting on the next fight card. On the next fight.
Okay, yeah, Paige did accuse Claudia of taking steroids.
Why eat my knowledge?
Yeah, that was thinking. I thought that was funny because Paige did. I don't think she 100% said Claudia, but she did say that there was women out there, and then Claudia thought she was talking about her because she's the most cut up. And Claudia was like, yeah, because she was a dancer all of her life, and I was I played sports my whole life. I played soccer and stuff growing up, and she was always a dancer.
Oh, I think that's on. She was a what?
She was a dancer.
She was a dancer in what? Dancer in what? Dance with the Stars?
Paige? No, she was on Dancing with the Stars, but growing up. Like as little kids, she said I was a
dancing so whack.
I was always in sports and stuff, always working out, doing this and that, and she was always like a dancer doing.
Oh, to answer your question, Melvin, I got Andre Ward. I'm a huge Andre Ward fan. Love the guy.
Hey, he trained well. Every now and then he'll train with the Diaz brothers, and they've got some of the best boxing in the UFC.
Andre Ward?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
If you watch some of his interviews, dude, he's got nothing but praise for the Diaz brothers, and that's great coming from those guys because they spar and stuff together.
I'm a big fan of Andre Ward. Thug Rose.
Yeah, I love Thug Rose. I didn't hate that they put her against Paige Van Zandt, but who's SOG? Is that a boxer?
I think.
Thug Rose.
I don't go by nicknames, man. I go by real.
I love Thug Rose. She's the one that derailed that Paige Van Zandt hype train. You know, she was getting built up because she's so hot and everything. And now she's on Dancing with the Stars because she's a hot fighter.
Our parents owned her dance studio growing up. That's got to be a weird transition. Like, I'm gonna be a fighter, but I'm also gonna dance the night away. Weird as fuck. Riverside, California, son!
But he's from Philadelphia. You see that Liberty Bell?
Man, fuck that. Man, he's from fighting out of Riverside, California.
Where his camp is.
Andre Ward is my guy, dude. Andre Ward is my guy. Let me tell you guys my 3 favorite fighters right now. Sean Porter, love Sean Porter. Danny Garcia, the knockout specialist. And I love Andre Ward. I also like Canelo, but Canelo pissed me off by trying to dodge Triple G like a little bitch.
Didn't he give his belt away?
Yeah, he gave his belt away because he didn't want to fight Triple G. So that's the only reason. I love Canelo. He knocked the shit out of Kane. That fight was... I thought that was going to be a good fight, but he knocked the hell out of Kane. That was crazy. But...
Jose Aldo. Are you talking about against Frankie Edgar?
No, he's talking about against Conor.
Oh.
He got knocked out by Conor. Alright, so the fight's beginning.
Yeah, we got Lawrence Larkin and George Masvidal fighting. Just kicked off. They're in the center of the cage doing nothing. They're filling each other out, trying to find the distance. Yeah, he got knocked out in 13 seconds, and he's calling him pussy and all this stuff, which is stupid. If I got knocked out in 13 seconds, at first he kind of did come out like gracious, but dude, he's just hitting. I don't know if he's trying to take Conor McGregor's approach by like trying to build up that fight by talking shit, but it's kind of stupid because dude, you just got knocked the fuck out at the first punch.
I wasn't really big on Danny Crawford, but I heard a lot about Danny Crawford, and I've heard this guy's a complete monster, so I can't disagree with you on that one.
See, I love Lorenz Larkin when he fought. Okay, that left hook to left inside leg kick, man. It's just stuff like that. I love his striking.
No, I like Triple G. It's just I don't like that Canelo Alvarez is dodging Triple G from that fight. I think Triple G wants that fight, but I don't think Canelo wants to give him that fight. As much as you guys think that Triple G wants that fight, or that Canelo wants that fight, he doesn't. Triple G's a monster. And what do we think about Nate and Conor?
I got Nate again.
You got Nate again?
I picked Nate the first fight.
I got Conor.
Nate Diaz.
I think Conor needs this fight.
I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nate Diaz has been finished one time by strikes. And that was to Josh Thompson. And he ate some fucking head kicks. Dude, Nate Diaz, his boxing is just fucking ridiculous. He's going to do the same thing. Him and his brother both go out there. They don't throw like the biggest shots, but they pepper you up and just eat you alive. And they have some of the best chins in mixed martial arts. And let's say you do drop one of them. They're both black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You're not just going to dive right into their guard. I got Nate. That's a bad matchup for Conor. Conor just needs to hang it up, say, hey, I lost. Go back and defend his title.
So you rather Conor not fight Nate Diaz in a rematch and just fight in his division?
Yes, fight in his damn division.
See, like I was saying earlier, I think Conor got so caught up in you only fight midgets, you don't fight real competitors in your division. Why don't you come over here and fight real fighters? And I think Conor, being the cocky guy that he is, took that as offensive and wanted to fight in a higher class, and next thing you know, you got beat.
Conor McGregor first started fighting he was the 155 he was 145 and 155 pound champion, so it's not like he's just jumping up this huge weight class. That's where he fights at, and he is huge for 145. His weight cut is terrible, so he needs to be at 155. And that's where Nate Diaz fights at. And he fought Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz, that's a terrible matchup for him, and he's still begging for that fight.
Yo, Conor needs to have this whole Floyd Mayweather mindset. You think if Triple G comes out and says that, hey, Floyd, I bet you won't come gain weight and come fight me, Floyd's going to be like, you damn right I'm not going to gain weight and fight you, motherfucker. I'm the best in my fucking weight class. Why would I gain weight to fight you? Why don't you lose weight to fight me?
Yeah.
I run this division, dog. I'm not going to gain weight just to fight you. You need to drop weight and fight me. I'm the person that makes the money over here in this division. Conor needs to think of that same mindset. Conor thinks it's like, oh, this guy's trying to intimidate me and think that I can't, go up in weight classes and fight him. Like, watch what I do. I'm going to go up in weight classes and fight him. And the next thing you know, he goes there and he gets his ass choked out. So, I don't know. Dude, I think he does. I think if he fights Nate Diaz again and then fights another fight in that weight class, he needs to drop the belt.
He needs to go ahead and drop it. Dude, there's so many people that's waiting for a title shot. Frankie Edgar's in line. He's about to fight Jose Aldo. There's still Chad Mendez. There's Max Holloway. There's a bunch of people that's waiting for a title shot, and Conor McGregor's just holding that whole weight class up by fighting these stupid-ass fights out of his weight class, trying to prove a point. And he poked him in the eye.
Sharp, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but that's why I said I hate boxing, because you have so many fucking middlemen who don't come to a negotiation to where they meet in the middle, and it takes fucking forever. Promoters, one promoter says, hey, I want this fight at 155. No, we want this fight at 160. And then you have this big fucking argument between the two promoters, and you never get the fight that you actually want. So, it sucks. I wish I could meet in the middle and make the fight happen. Boxing needs that fight. Canelo and Triple G, boxing needs that fight. What happened here, Eve?
He got poked in the eye. They'll give him a minute.
Canelo can make weight though. I think Canelo lost He gained 20 pounds back after fighting Kane. I don't know how the hell he did that shit, but I have no idea. But I would love to see that fight. Boxing needs those fights. I'm getting sick and tired of watching the shit on Premier Championship Boxing when all these guys can be doing Showtime HBO fights. Andre Ward and Triple G is a HBO Showtime pay-per-view fight. I want to watch. We need those fights in boxing. Boxing's only gonna grow unless you stop putting it on free TV and put these big fights on Showtime HBO.
Alright, they didn't stop the fight. He poked him in the eye, they gave him a minute, he reset, he's good to go.
Triple G ducking. I don't know who's ducking. It's the same thing with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, man. Who's ducking? A lot of times we thought Floyd was ducking when he really was trying to make the fight happen. A lot of people thought Pacquiao was ducking when he really was trying to make the fight happen. It's all about the middlemen, people. It's all about the guys who make the fights happen, and that's the promoters. When the promoters fuck shit up pretty much, and we don't get the fight that we actually want. So, to be honest with you, I don't think Canelo nor Triple G is ducking. I think both of those guys want the fight. It's just, when you got two guys that want two different things, it makes it hard. When you got guys as big as egos as Canelo and Triple G, it's kind of hard to come in the middle to actually make a fight happen. And hopefully it doesn't take 10 years to do so. So, I don't think neither one of them is ducking. I think when you're a fighter and you're a competitor, you want to fight the top guys and you're in the boxing world. Why wouldn't you not want to? You know, you don't want to taint your legacy by fighting guys under you rather than fighting guys that you know can compete on the same level as you. And Triple G does think he's a bigger star, and I think both guys need to set their egos aside and make this fight happen, not only for their careers alone, but for the state of boxing. If they want more eyes on the prize, you have to make the big fights happen. And you never seen Tyson, who was arguably to me one of the greatest fighters outside of Muhammad Ali. Never seen Tyson duck fights. You never seen Muhammad Ali duck fights. You know, but all of a sudden you got guys wanting to duck fights. So I don't know. Do we play UFC 2? I don't got that game. How good is that game? I didn't buy that game yet. I want to borrow it from somebody, but he ain't letting me borrow it, punk ass. Do you play UFC 2?
Fuck, the last one I had was the one with Kimbo. Which one was
Kimbo? Kimbo was on a UFC game?
Yeah.
What UFC game was that?
When he first got signed. That's the last one I played. What's the new one? UFC 3.
Wait, what game is he on? I never fought on a game with Kimbo on there.
Kimbo was on one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll beat the shit out of Kimbo on that game, man. I'll create a dude just to beat the shit out of Kimbo. What's the flaws of UFC 2? Let me know, because I'm not going to pay $50, $60 for that game, and it fucking sucks. So let me know all the flaws of the game real quick before I buy that shit. I'll go to GameStop tomorrow if you convince me that game is worth buying.
I'll play you on 360. That's all I got. Oh, UFC 2. That's the new one they got.
Yeah, I know. This shit came out like last year though.
Oh, is that the EA Sports one?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm thinking about the other one.
I had UFC Unleashed. That's the only UFC
That might
I
have
had.
been the one I had. It was UFC
I don't remember
Unleashed 2,
Kimbo being.
Kimbo was on like the second one.
Yeah, Kimbo on there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. UFC Unleashed. That's the only one I had.
Fuck, I think it's still sitting over there under my TV.
Talk about the fight.
Lorenz Larkin's landing more shots. He's holding George Masvidal against the cage. I mean, it's a good fight. This is how I expect. I didn't think anybody was going to go out there and just dominate, but I still think Lorenz Larkin's going to win. But this is two up-and-comers. I kind of wish they would have put two different people together because, like, you know, they're going to knock out a big up-and-comer in this fight. But it's a good fight. This is one of the biggest fights I was
I don't see Kimbo.
ready for.
I don't see Kimbo on the list.
He was on one of them. He might have been on 3. UFC Unleashed 3.
Yeah, that's the one I searched. I hate people that do that though. Like I hate playing people online and they always use the best fucking fighter.
Yeah. She already did.
Oh yeah.
Jessica I all night.
Oh yeah, Sarah McMahon. She already beat Jessica I, but they're both pretty sexy, so they both win. At the end of the day, they both win. UFC Undisputed 2. I didn't have that one. The only one I had was Unleashed.
Undisputed, that's it. UFC Undisputed.
That had Kimbo in there? Dude, I'll beat the shit out of Kimbo.
Man, he was good.
Kimbo was good on that game? What was his overall?
No, he just had like power for striking. That was it. Like power was good and that was it.
No, I was about to say, what is Kimbo's overall in that game? Dude,
Yeah, dude, that was the first fight on the prelim. Well, the Fox Sports 1's prelim.
Yeah, that was the last fight of the prelim. That was the main event of the prelims. It was Sarah McMahon versus Jessica I. Sarah McMahon won by unanimous decision after she just clobbered. Well, she just out-wrestled the girl, Jessica I, for about 3 rounds. So that's pretty much how that happened.
Yeah. That's how I expected it to go. Sarah McMahon was an Olympic wrestler, so...
So who's winning this fight so far?
I think Lorenz Larkin is, but... Okay, there he goes. He's got a takedown. That's going to help. And that was at the end of the round, so judges look at that, you know, how did they end the round? You know, that's... Damn, you're stuck at work. Dude, what kind of cable do you have, Melvin? Because on my cable thing, I can live stream this stuff off of my cable company's app. That's what I do when I'm at work.
You watch games at work?
When I can, yeah, I'll watch.
You watch shit at work?
Hell yeah.
How damn, man, you supposed to be working, goddamn. Shit, you supposed to be working. You ain't supposed to be fucking watching UFC. I'm fucking with you because I watch football when I'm at work all the time. I have the Watch ESPN app.
See, they got shit like that, dude. See if they got like a Fox Sports 1 app. Dude, Lawler and Woodley, that's the Atlanta card.
Dude, we gotta go. We gotta go to Atlanta. We live in Alabama, so Atlanta's probably 4 hours away from here. We want to go to that fight so bad, but this motherfucker has to work. And I already told him he needs to just go ahead and just not go to work so we can go to that fight. That's going to be a good fight. Who do you have in that fight?
Shit, I got Robbie Lawler.
Bright House? Oh, that's that bootleg ass fucking cable. That's that bootleg shit. That's cheap as hell. Man, I wish we had fucking Bright House. Bright House is like fucking $20 a month.
For real?
No, I'm just bullshit. I don't know how much it is a month, but I know it's cheap. It's the cheapest cable you can get. I don't know what the fuck cable we have. I think we have like...
But dude, they got Robbie Lawler and Woodley, and then Mighty Mouse is fighting on there for his title.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 2 title fights on that card, too.
Dude, we gotta go to that fight, man. We're trying to go to that fight. Do you think he should call off work and then not go to work just to go to that fight? I think he should. I'm going to take off that fight because I can take off. I think you should call the fuck off, man. That job is not that deep, man. This is not your career on the line here, buddy. All right, 3rd round here. What do you think Jorge has to do to win this fight?
I just hope Lorenz don't gas or something. I think Lorenz got the first 2. Game 7 and in the finals. All right.
Oh, that's me. I'm the basketball guy. All right, so...
If you ask me, I'm going with Cleveland.
Shut up, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I don't watch basketball like that.
Dude, fuck, get the hell off it. Alright, I cover basketball, so let me let you know this. Yeah, there is some good strip clubs in Atlanta, but we haven't went to any yet, so.
Magic City.
We ain't been to fucking Magic City. I ain't never have enough money to go to Magic City. I'm too broke to go to Magic City, so you gotta get a cheaper strip club than that. Let me like body tap or some shit. Game 7, I got the Warriors. I think
he's got to stand in guillotine right now. I ain't gonna get it.
I gotta go with the Warriors, cause I compare it to this right here. Oh,
Lorenz Larkin just got out of that guillotine attempt, standing guillotine, and he just landed like 3-4 bombs.
All right, but I think if you guys remember last year, the Houston Rockets came back from 3-1 to defeat the Los Angeles Clippers in the second round. Oh, and we got a choke. Oh,
he ain't gonna get it.
He ain't gonna get it.
He's gonna. But yeah, he flipped out of that.
If y'all don't remember, Houston beat the Clippers in Game 7 after being down 3-1. I think this Warriors team is a lot better than that Houston Rockets team, and the Thunder are a lot more. Or the Clippers were a lot more talented than the Thunder are. So I'm gonna go with the Warriors. If only they can stop Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson got off in that last game. 11 3-point shots. The guy's an absolute beast on three-point range. But I'm gonna go with the Warriors beating the Thunder, and then I got the Warriors beating the Cavaliers in 7 games. You got Cavs in 5? What the kind of basketball you be watching? You must be a LeBron fan. He's got to be a LeBron fan if you got Cavs in 5, dude.
Hey, the Cavs is gonna. Cleveland's gonna get.
Cleveland's got Golden State, dude. They're not gonna beat Golden State in 5 games, dude. That is hell no, hell no. Not in 5, hell no. Come on now. Golden State is way too fucking good to be beaten in 5 games, dog. I'm Golden State in 7. I'm not gonna disrespect the Golden State Warriors and say they're going to lose in 5. That's just disrespectful. Why do you say Golden State? That's crazy. Nah, that ain't going to happen. So, Shane Larkin, I said Shane Larkin. You know Shane Larkin's a basketball player. I said Shane Larkin by mistake. He's a basketball player. He plays for the Dallas Mavericks. No, he plays for the Brooklyn Nets now. Excuse me.
I think the...
Yeah, they lost 2 games, but they played against the Detroit Pistons, who have no star outside of Andre Drummond. The Atlanta Hawks, who are the most fucking mediocre team in NBA history. And then they beat the Raptors, who... I mean, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry loses their fucking game in Toronto, travels to Cleveland, and then play like mediocre-ass players.
Dude, I got the Globetrotters winning this shit.
I got And One mixtape winning. I got the And One mixtape team winning everything. I got Coach Carter. I got Coach Carter and his team beating the Cavaliers in game 7.
Man, I got the Monstars winning the fucking.
Fucking Mon. Oh man.
All right, we're going up to the decision. It was a 3-round fight, going to the decision now.
All right, so who you got decision, Heath?
I'm gonna go. I think Lorenz Larkin won.
I'm not underestimating the Cavs. I like the Cavs. I think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna give them a fight. That's why I said Cavs. I said Golden State in 7. I just think Golden State has way too much to lose in the playoffs after going 73-9. I think they got way too much to lose. I mean, I think the Cavs got a good team. I love that everybody's healthy. When Kevin Love plays well, they're a dominant team, but I mean, I gotta go with the Golden State Warriors, man. I agree with you in a sense, I love Mark Jackson. I think Mark Jackson needs to go ahead and coach another team. I don't know why he hasn't got off the broadcasting booth yet to get back into coaching, but I think Steve Kerr elevated that team to different heights. Although it was Mark Jackson's team, I think Steve Kerr took them to a different light than what they were with Mark Jackson. I think they were a good playoff team at best with Mark Jackson. And you can say the same thing with Billy Donovan with the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, Billy Donovan took over this Scott Brooks team, and he took them all the way to the Western Conference Finals. But you got to think about it. When Scott Brooks coached last year, he didn't have Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was hurt half of the season, so unfortunately, you know, sometimes stuff happens and you got a guy that comes in and just brings a different atmosphere to the team. And that's what Steve Kerr did for the Golden State Warriors. But I still like Mark Jackson. I think Mark Jackson should coach again.
Lorenz Larkin just won the split decision, by the way.
Yeah, talk about that, Pete. I'll throw this shit away.
I don't know shit about y'all's basketball stuff, but good fight. Like I said, I expected this fight to be close, and it was a split decision. I don't know if they're ranked, but Lorenz Larkin, I think he's a big-time sleeper now since he dropped down to 170. Did we play NBA? Dude, yeah, I played NBA 2K3. Used to fucking kill people at that shit.
NBA 2K3.
Man, T-Mac, I used to have
Alright, I'm about to put the next
fight is Chris Camozzi and Vitor Miranda. Chris Camozzi's so tough, I'm going to have to go with Chris Camozzi.
Who?
Chris Camozzi and Vitor Miranda's middleweight fight.
I'm about to put the next fight card in the next fight in the chat box, just in case.
Who do y'all have in these fights? Chris Camozzi, man, I kind of felt bad for this guy because Jacare Souza, there was one time he needed a fight on short notice. Chris Camozzi stepped in. He got, I want to say, got choked out. And then they needed another fight again with Jacare. Chris Camozzi stepped up again, fought him, and he got submitted again. So Chris Camozzi's tough, dude.
What is Chris Camozzi gonna have to do to win this fight, Heath? We're gonna start breaking down like analysts.
It's gonna be a stand-up fight. Chris Camozzi's tough as fuck. Y'all are still talking basketball.
Hey, bro, like basketball's the hot commodity right now, dog. It's gonna be.
Hold on, they just announced another fight for the Cleveland card. The Cleveland card is gonna have Stipe Miocic versus Alistair Overeem. And they just announced Fabricio Verdun versus Ben Rockwell, which is a good fight. Jacare's got to be on fucking steroids, but the person that I want to say is on steroids is who Jacare lost to a couple fights ago, and that is a can't even think of his name, the Cuban. Let's just say this. I think most of these fighters is on steroids.
You think most of them are on steroids?
Yeah. Some kind of steroids.
Why would Jacare be on steroids?
Dude, they're elite athletes. Most of these athletes are on steroids.
That don't mean they're on steroids.
Yeah, the fuck it does. Sage fucking Naruto Northcourt. Dude, he's so over it. Joel Romero, he got popped. Yeah, he got popped after that fight, but they did. It was he got popped out of fight testing, so they didn't. They just announced it, Sharky. But Joel Romero just got popped, and it was out of fight. it was out of fight testing, so they didn't overturn that fight. But dude, that pissed me off because I thought Jacare Souza was going to beat Yoel.
Yeah, Rothwell versus Verdum will be UFC 203 in Cleveland. I thought it was 203. Let's do this.
203-ish, fuck, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 203. But yeah, it just got announced in Cleveland. Verdum versus Rothwell. They just announced it during the fight night of UFC Vegas, so definitely going to be a good fight.
I think that's the only 2 fights they've got announced so far.
It's going to be a good fight, though.
Ben Rothwell, dude, that's like the toughest dude.
Wait, Northcutt trying to hook up with...
Dude, Northcutt, I don't know.
What do you think about Northcutt?
He was one of the most overrated guys that the UFC was trying to pump out.
Nate Diaz is the worst comeback on jokes of all time. Like, his only counter argument against Conor McGregor was, "You're on steroids." Like, you're on steroids. That was his only counter argument.
Dude, Nick Diaz is right. They're all. I do believe that most of these guys are on steroids.
Steroids. That's all he kept saying.
Dude, Nate Diaz had some of the best fucking shit talking.
He's not overrated. Who's not overrated?
Northcutt is not overrated?
I don't even know. Wait, Northcutt's not overrated? Well, let's pull up his fight. Let's pull up his fight card, shall we? Why do you think he's overrated?
Yes, I do. Well,
why is he overrated?
Well,
in your opinion, why is he overrated?
Just the way that Dana White and everybody's trying to promote him. They were trying to promote, he's this young kid that's just cut up that has been doing like karate and shit his whole life. So Dana White's gonna try and promote him. He lost. Same thing with Dancing with the Stars, Paige Van Zandt.
Dude, what the fuck is up with all these dudes in Dancing with the Stars fighting?
Lost. Well, he just lost to a guy that I never heard of. He lost to I can't even think of the guy. Well, he just fought again last fight card and he did win. But Sage Northcutt, they were acting like he's they're trying to, I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good fight card. UFC 200 is gonna be a great fight card.
Dude, no, he does not have the subs, Conrad. He freaked out and tapped as soon as. Well, okay, if he was injured, I will say that. But as soon as that dude locked in that arm triangle choke, he tapped immediately. And those 2 fights, I got Stipe and Verdum. Dude, okay, I've got you with Verdum, but Alistair Overeem. I've got Alistair Overeem. That's my guy. Since he went to Greg Jackson, he's fighting different. He's not going to go out and just stand in front of you and get knocked out. Alistair Overeem is about to be the next heavyweight champion.
I hate transitional champions. I hate championships changing hands every fucking fight, though. I hate that, dude. Like, that's gotta suck for the championship belt to change hands so much. So,
heavyweight, not a lot of people hold the belt long because
they're so dominant.
Well, heavyweight, it's nothing but big guys that you're fighting, and one punch. That's all it takes from one of those big guys to knock you out.
All right, we're watching the 3rd fight card. I keep saying fight card like it's a whole fucking fight card. The 3rd fight on the card, that's what we're watching right now. Heath, who do you got in this fight?
Chris Camozzi.
You got Chris Camozzi by?
TKO.
TKO?
He's a big, strong guy. He can take some shots. I don't think he's ever been TKO'd or knocked out. He's been submitted sometimes, but he can take shots and he can deliver them too.
Verdum's coming off roids, by the way.
Verdum is coming off roids. I think most of these guys is on steroids. Alistair Overeem, he's just big. He's won the K1 tournament. He's been the K1 champion. Great striking. He's won a jiu-jitsu competition. I can't not remember which one he won. But he's got good ground game. He's beat Verdum. he's beat a lot of big people. His chin's just getting a little bit touchy because he's been fighting for so long. But I think he'll beat Stipe.
You think he'll beat Stipe in what round? What round will he beat Stipe? In his own hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, LeBron James will be there with his alleged NBA championship that he won in Game 5. Allegedly won in Game 5.
He'll win in second or third round by TKO. Just like he did Junior Dos Santos.
Transitional championship. I just don't like it. I don't like titles changing hands every fight that you defend it. Like, I want to see a consistent champion at that division. Like, a consistent champion. Somebody who can dominate that division at least for 4 to 5 fights. At least. So then when the title does change hands, then we'll be shocked.
Well, it just don't happen heavyweight.
Yeah.
I can't think of the last guy that did that.
Was it dominated the heavyweight division?
Yeah.
It just sucked.
Randy Couture won. He got knocked out by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar fought a couple people. He lost to Kane.
Brock Lesnar. Brock fucking Lesnar.
He lost to Kane. Kane lost once to Junior Dos Santos. Then Junior Dos Santos lost his first fight against Kane again. And then Kane lost to Verdun. And then Verdun just lost his... I mean, it's always going to be like that.
Brock Lesnar.
Wonder Boy versus Rory. Dude, that is going to be... Yeah, that might be fight of the year if Almeida versus Garbrandt.
What else? Alright, so far, Heath, what has been fight of the year? The fight that you've seen... We watched every UFC pay-per-view this year. We went to Hooters. We enjoyed some wings, some Daytona Beach wings, and then we watched all these fights. What has been fight of the year so far?
Dude, you can't ask me that right now.
I can't. How could I not ask you that right now?
I gotta have time to think on that. I can't even think of all the fights this year. I'll think of a fight and it'll be last year's fight. I'd have to look up the fights and think. But coming up, dude, Rory and Wonder Boy, that's going to be a great fight. I didn't think Wonder Boy was going to beat Hendricks like he did.
Sex, drugs, and what the hell was that?
Some new show, I guess.
All right, we're about to begin the fight. Chris Camozzi versus Vitor Miranda. Big age difference between the two. Camozzi, 29 years old. Miranda, 37. But the reach on Camozzi, 6'7". Oh, it's a long reach there. It's probably the reach I got on you. Hold on, let's see. Knock his ass out. Get the fuck out of Mark.
UFC championship belt has never been defended more than 3 consecutive times. Never?
I don't know if I'll say never. But see, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't like titles changing hands so much with different competitors. I think that in order to build a foundation of a great division, you need somebody who can fight consistently in your division, in your weight class. Keep saying division. In your weight class that can compete. What the hell is that? Some guy named Tyler's calling this guy. Fight of the year is Tate versus Holly Holm. That actually was a good fight. That really was a good fight. Fight of the year, though, I don't know. That was a good fight, though. I didn't think Holly Holm would last. I didn't think Holly Holm. I think she was gonna be. I thought she was gonna be just a one title defense champion. I mean, which I found out she was, but you know that definitely was a good fight by her. Technically, Cruz. So I don't know. Cruz was a good fight. Well, I don't know why I just burned a lighter. But somebody asked me, I'm going to eat those words when the Cavs win in 5. It's not going to happen. I don't know what kind of basketball you watch, Melvin, but, I mean, the Warriors are a good team. Don't underestimate the Warriors. Defensively, they're a good team. Even though they gave up 100 points the last couple games to the Thunder, I think the Thunder are a good team as well, but I don't know. I think Draymond Green's going to get suspended maybe one game in that series, so that game is definitely going to go to the Cavaliers. But, nah, I got Warriors all day. It's true, I heard it all. Joe Rogan said that Tate and Holly Holm was Fight of the Year. You agree with Joe Rogan? Here, I'm going to make a drink while he agrees with Joe Rogan. Which I know he's going to do.
Well, let me see.
Holly Holm and Miesha Tate, Fight of the Year.
Holly Holm and Miesha Tate, Fight of the Year. That's a good fight. I don't know if it's going to be Fight of the Year. You hate Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has some stupid shit that he says, but he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't hate Joe Rogan. I love
The
Joe.
shit that I hated from Joe Rogan is...
Fear factor. The shit that I hated from Joe Rogan was fear factor. That's all I hated about that motherfucker. And everything else, Joe Rogan was good with me.
Joe Rogan was saying that Ronda Rousey was like an elite striker and shit. That just all this crazy stuff. And that's the shit that I hated when Joe Rogan was talking all this shit about her. It's true. You heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast. Garbrandt versus Almeida is going to be a fight of the year. It could be. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think that, and then Rory versus Wonderboy. I think those are going to be some fucking badass fights. But you could never tell.
Alright, we're 2 minutes in to the first round of this fight. See, I don't want to call it Fight of the Year just yet. Hopefully it turns out Fight of the Year. Hopefully it doesn't end in 13 seconds. Because I thought Aldo and Conor McGregor was going to be a good fight. Until I left 13 seconds into that fight. Good fight so far here between these two competitors in the middleweight division. Wonder Boy don't have that dog in him. You think he has that dog in him?
Hell yes.
Does he?
Hell yes, dude.
Melvin doesn't think to agree with
dude. Wonder Boy has been kickboxing for so long, just killing people. He comes in the UFC. He lost to Matt Brown. Okay, Matt Brown proved that already. But that's when he hadn't been fighting mixed martial arts for so long. And I want to say Matt Brown submitted him. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think Matt Brown did submit him on that fight. But go back and watch. Dude, Wonder Boy, he changed his game up. And if you see, John Hendricks couldn't even be close enough to touch him. John Hendricks is a wrestler. Rockhold versus Weidman. That was a real nice from Rock. Not to tell you I've been defended more than 3 consecutive times. That's what I heard from Rogan. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
No, you're good. But, I mean, it wasn't the same thing with the women's title as much as heavyweight because Ronda dominated that championship so long. Even though there's not a lot of competition in her class when it comes to her versus other people. But I think the only reason why she lost that Holly Holm fight was because she tried to strike a striker. Like, you do not try to go in and box a boxer.
Well, she's listening to what everybody's saying. Joe Rogan's saying that she's the best fucking striker. You know, I just hated that. And she fucking sucks. I mean, if you...
Okay,
right,
that's
Cristiano, like... Good night, man. We'll see you.
Good night. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. We'll have more videos coming up before you go to bed or whatever the hell you're about to do for the rest of your Sunday night. Don't really want to know because it might be some weird shit. So, just kidding with you. But yeah. But you don't go out there If you guys notice this about Ronda Rousey's fights, she goes in and she strikes these women, and she pretty much knocks. Like her last 3 fights before Holly Holm was bell rings. She goes out, she starts swinging, but you can't do that with a boxer.
Well, I want to say it's not so much Ronda Rousey's game plan was to go out there and strike her, that Holly Holm is such a good striker that I told everybody else this, is that Holly Holm fights on the outside. She will circle, kick, punch, and everything and just stay on the outside. A lot of people say it's boring, but I knew that was a bad matchup for Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey's going to get in and try and use her judo. She's not a good wrestler, so she can't just shoot in for that double leg. She's got to grapple with her. So Holly Holm, she's staying on the outside, circling around, using her angles and stuff, and Ronda Rousey couldn't do nothing. And Holly Holm just completely capitalized on that and knocked her fucking head off and beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey, which I couldn't have been more happy for.
And made her contemplate suicide,
And
which
she
is
almost
not
made her kill himself.
which is not a good thing. Wanted to get pregnant. I had never heard a girl get knocked out so bad she wanted to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Like usually it's the complete opposite. Usually you have to knock a girl's head off to make her not get pregnant. But she got knocked out so bad she wanted to get pregnant.
You know what? Yeah.
You know what? I got knocked out so bad I want to have kids now. Like I want to have kids now. That's crazy. I've never heard that shit before. Miranda 9 leg kicks to
Well, Chris
7.
Camozzi caught that one and swept him. Now he's on top.
I need your phone charger.
What is fine?
I don't get that question.
Cyborg is going to kill them all. I think Cyborg is going to kill everyone in the women's division. The only one that stands a chance is Holly Holm. Holly Holm does have the kickboxing and boxing to beat Chris Cyborg, but I don't know if she can. But she's so good that she can make it a good fight.
How long will it take for us to get Cyborg versus Ronda Rousey?
I want it to be next.
You want it to be next? You want it to be next, but how long is it going to... I think Cyborg's going to have to fight another fight before she fights.
Chris Cyborg... They don't have... Chris Cyborg still never fought in a woman's weight class in the UFC. Well, okay, she fought at 140. There's no 140 weight class in the UFC. So she's going to have to make 135, which is the highest women's weight class. So she's going to have to make that one time, at least. The last time they gave her a catchweight fight at 140, so they're going to at least have to do that one time. Then they'll give her maybe Ronda or a title shot. I don't know. But she's going to have to make weight at least one time, so they know, hey, we're not going to market this woman so much and then her not make weight.
If they give Brock Lesnar a title shot after 3-4 fights.
But he made weight. He didn't have to cut weight. This woman, they're going to have to... She's got to prove that she can make this, because she used to say, hey, this shit will kill me if I cut down that much weight.
Hopefully, I want to see the Ronda fight. I want to see the Ronda Cyborg fight, but I have no faith in
I don't think that would be...
I have no faith in Ronda. Not that I don't think Ronda is a good fighter. It's just I think Cyborg is absolutely scary. And I'm afraid that on YouTube, and this shit is being recorded, I don't want to say that Cyborg is going to lose because she may find me and kill me. But I got Cyborg in that fight.
Against Ronda?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Ronda stands a chance.
I don't know about standing a chance. I think Ronda can compete with Cyborg. I just don't think she can beat Cyborg. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I heard Albuquerque just went fucking crazy when Holly Holm won. Let's see, Greg Jackson's. Who all was champions out of Greg Jackson's? Was Daniel Cormier? No. Yeah, I don't think John Jones was the champion at the time. So,
you know what that pop reminds me of? You remember that night we went out after everybody in the top 3 lost and Alabama got back into the national championship hunt? and then the whole fucking University of Alabama was outside yelling and screaming and shit.
You talking about the other video on my channel?
Yeah, the other video.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to promote other videos on your channel. I'm just saying. But that's what it reminds me of. Like, that pop was crazy. Conor versus... It would, but is the fight worth it, though? Like, you know, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's fight broke pay-per-view records.
It's going to be hard to touch that. Just to be honest, dude, Manny Pacquiao is such a bigger celebrity than Conor McGregor at this point. I don't think they could touch that pay-per-view, even though it was so late, but... I just don't think Conor McGregor's got star power, but, dude, boxers, man, they just got so much... They got way more star power than mixed martial artists.
Also, you got to think about... A lot of people aren't hip to UFC even with boxing. So, although it's worth the buy, I don't think a lot of people know who Conor McGregor is. Even though Conor McGregor is the biggest star in UFC, there's a lot of people who don't watch UFC who don't know who Conor McGregor is. Everybody, and if you're a boxing fan or not a boxing fan, knows who Manny Pacquiao is, know who Floyd Mayweather is. So when those two collide together, that equals pay-per-view buys. There'll be people who love boxing, never watched a UFC fight in their life, and wonder who the hell is Conor McGregor and why the hell is he fighting Floyd Mayweather over a guy like Danny Garcia or Canelo or Sean Porter. So it just all depends.
Yeah,
It just all depends because you got a lot of people who don't know who Conor McGregor is. I would love to watch that fight. I don't think it'll beat what Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather did because that's the fight of the boxing century. That's the fight everybody wanted to see. That's probably the biggest boxing bout since Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather. So you're going to get people to buy it just because of the entertainment value, but you got to think about it. As far as boxing is concerned, you probably won't have a lot of people know who the hell Conor McGregor actually is. So it'd be different if it was Ronda Rousey because a lot of more people know who Ronda Rousey is. So let's just say for a strange reason Ronda Rousey goes into a boxing ring and tries to box. People are going to know who Ronda Rousey is because in a very female-less sport, Ronda Rousey is the top female of that sport. So when you have her going into the realm of boxing, it may be easier for her to sell pay-per-views and make the transition rather than somebody like Conor McGregor.
Yes, Sharky, roll fucking tide.
I graduated from the University of Alabama, by the way. I just graduated May 7th, 2016. So I'm going to roll tide, boy, all the way. I'm going to always yell roll tide as my degree sits on my desk. I haven't even got my degree yet. It's just blank. It's a blank fucking thing, the degree.
That's fucked up.
I know, right? Worked that damn hard and couldn't get my damn degree on the same day I graduated. Ain't that some bullshit? I get it June 16th or some stupid shit like that. But roll tide. I brushed shoulders with Nick Saban. I couldn't touch him though because he had too much fucking like security and shit, and they scared the hell out of me. I was scared to touch him because if I would have touched him, I probably would have been dead. I probably wouldn't be here. He had like Hoover police just guarded him. Alright, so in the third round is a boxing versus UFC fight with two legit fighters. Everyone is going to tune. It depends on, because you got to think about it, you're crossing genres. I mean, not a lot of people who watch boxing are a lot like us. Like, a lot of people don't watch boxing and UFC. You have older heads who watch boxing and think this UFC stuff is nothing but barbaric people fighting in a ring to the death. That's in their mindset. Somebody's going to die in the octagon. That's their whole mindset of the older heads. Where you have newer, younger generations like us who watch UFC and they accept it more and then think of boxing as a dying breed. So then we don't watch boxing anymore. And then, so you're crossing genres here. So if you're going to get a lot of people who like us, like me, like Heath, and like you, Melvin, who are going to like both boxing and UFC and is going to tune into the fight. and maybe boxing fans who want to see Floyd Mayweather lose, so they just buy every pay-per-view that Floyd Mayweather fights in. You're going to get people to buy that fight, and you're going to get UFC people to watch Conor McGregor get his ass whooped because they hate Conor McGregor. So it's all about crossing genres, and that's what it's all about. What do you think, Heath?
What kind of boxing? The whole thing comes down to what two legit young fighters.
Only Floyd.
What are they fighting in? I mean, are they fighting in mixed martial arts? Or they're fighting boxing? Because your legit young UFC fighter is going to beat your legit boxing fighter in a mixed martial arts fight 10 out of 10 times. Your legit boxing fighter is going to beat your legit UFC fighter in boxing 10 out of 10 times. It's just nothing. I mean, it's like saying, like the fucking Happy Gilmore shit. Hey, Happy Gilmore can knock a fucking puck fast as shit. He can fucking golf good as hell. No, the fuck he can't. It's not the same thing. I mean, it's kind of like the same stroke, I guess. And that's the same thing in boxing and mixed martial arts. They're throwing hands, but it's to nothing of the same degree.
Conor McGregor...
James Toney was one of the best fucking boxers of all time, and he goes in there against Randy Couture, and Randy Couture just fucking ate his fucking breakfast. You know, took him down, and there was nothing James Toney could do.
I don't think they can beat Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's numbers because that fight, for boxing fans, for people who just strictly watch boxing, that was fight of the century to them. That was a fight everybody needed to watch. That was the Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. That was the Floyd Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya part 1, not part 2. Part 2 fucking sucked. Sequels are always terrible. But that was a fight that everybody wanted to see. So that fight, of course, did different numbers than a fight like Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, just because people don't know who the hell Conor McGregor is unless you watch UFC. And if you watch UFC, you know who Conor McGregor is. And you may buy the fight just because the only reason why any UFC fan would buy the Conor McGregor fight is to watch Conor McGregor get his ass whooped. Because a lot of people don't like him, so...
Yes, Melvin, James Toney was way past his prime, but still on the same note, that same single leg that Randy Couture shot in for all the way across the cage and grabbed one leg and got on top of him, not a lot of boxers can defend single, double leg, can defend any kind of takedown the same way a UFC fighter. You don't see these guys shoulder rolling and rolling in their punch. You don't see that. I mean, it's just, these guys, it's two different sports. You know, you can get just a guy. Back when UFC won, you know, back in the early days of UFC, you saw Royce Gracie won the whole thing. He was the smallest guy in there just because he had Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He fought boxers, he fought kickboxers, he fought, you know, that's how it was. There wasn't like mixed martial arts where they all knew everything. It was like you got this one black belt and this one thing, and they all fought each other. These stand-up fighters couldn't defend his ground game, and that's just how it is. There's no way in hell a boxer is going to be able to go in there and defend a takedown, defend some kind of, you know, this jiu-jitsu that mixed martial artists have. And then there's on the same note, there's no way in hell you can put this mixed martial artist in the ring with one of these boxers that's got all this training, you know, and there's no way in hell he's going to be able to box with this guy.
Like Teddy Atlas said, it's going to take a guy like Conor McGregor 5 years to transition over from UFC to boxing. By that time, Floyd Mayweather's not even going to want that fight anymore. Floyd Mayweather's going to already have that 50th win before Conor McGregor even gets ready to step foot in the ring. So you're not going to... You can get that fight, but is it really the fight you want? Because you got an unexperienced boxer like Conor McGregor going against one of the best defensive fighters in boxing history in Floyd Mayweather. Why would you want to watch that fight? It's not going to be a good fight. It's a good fight on paper, but it's not a good fight as far as in the ring because Floyd Mayweather, all he's going to do, if you've ever watched 24/7 with Floyd Mayweather and ever watched him do spar with anybody, that's exactly what you're going to see with him and Conor McGregor.
And Chris Camozzi just won the decision, unanimous decision.
Chris Camozzi just won by unanimous decision against Vitor Miranda, and now that's the third fight of this card that went straight to decision. That's the third fight that went straight into decision. This has been a pretty good card for the fight. All these fights going into decision, man.
Next fight is Tarek Saffiedine versus Rick Story. I got Tarek Saffiedine coming up. That's who I'm picking. Rick Story, they're both great fighters. Tarek Saffiedine, Rick Story's on and off. His record is 11-6. He's beat some of the best fighters at welterweight, but then he'll go out and lose. He's just not consistent. I got Tarek Saffiedine. I am excited for this fight, though.
Well, what does he have to do to win this fight?
Who, Rick Story?
Yeah.
Rick Story's going to have to be the Rick Story that he's went out and beat Johnny Hendricks and beat all these other great fighters. He's going to have to go out. I don't know if it's his head or what, but Rick Story, he's just not a very consistent. I mean, like I said, dude, he's 11-6 and he's beat some of the best fighters. You would think, he's beat some ex-champions.
Story hasn't fought in a while.
Rick Story has been injured, yes. I can't even remember the last time Rick Story fought. Tarek Saffiedine came as a champion. He was in Strikeforce, and he was the welterweight champion, and he beat.
Last time Rick Story fought was against Gunnar Nelson, and it was a win. It was a win against Gunnar Nelson on October 4th, 2014. Also a UFC Fight Night fight that he had. Oh yeah, there was no sequel.
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking they didn't fight twice. They were gonna fight twice.
I was gonna ask you, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I forgot. They were gonna fight twice though.
Tarek Saffiedine was,
which I'm glad they did because that first fight was.
Tarek Saffiedine was the Strikeforce champion. He beat Nate Marquardt. That's who he beat. He beat Nate Marquardt to win that fight. He's got good strikes. He uses a bunch of leg kicks. But Rick Story, like you said, he beat Gunnar Nelson. That was his last fight.
That was his last fight. And that was in 2014.
And Gunnar Nelson, damn, that was 2 years ago. So he hasn't fought in a long time. But Gunnar Nelson's a badass dude. He's been winning some big fights.
I mean, he fought 3 fights in 2014, and he only lost 1, so I don't know if he can make that transition back after missing 2 years out of action, but
they say ring rust is a big thing. I wouldn't know because I don't fight, but you do see some fighters, and it affects them, but then you see Dominic Cruz. He hasn't fought in forever. He had to give up his title because he didn't fight for so long, and he went out and beat TJ Dillashaw, which you thought, he just looked unstoppable because he beat another guy, Renan Barão, which is about to fight after this fight. And Renan Barão was on the biggest fight streak. Man, he was on a huge fight streak, just dominating people, and TJ Dillashaw went out there and just killed him. So, and then Dominic Cruz went out there and beat TJ Dillashaw. So, some people say ring rust is a big thing, and then Dominic Cruz, and people go out there and prove you wrong, but
who fought? See, I think they did fight twice. I don't remember. Man, that was so long ago, dude. How old was I? Cuz is an alien. Cruz. Cruz. I like Cruz.
I like Dominic Cruz.
But I gotta go with. I'm from California, so I gotta go with the hometown kid on that one.
Well, they're 1-1 in their fights, but Uriah Faber beat Dominic Cruz so long ago, back in the WEC, and then they fought again. They acted like it was like a big, Uriah Faber. They acted like it was just a huge controversial thing, but Dominic Cruz won that fight, and I got Dominic Cruz again.
Yeah, they didn't fight twice. He only fought Oscar De La Hoya one time. Because he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Oscar De La Hoya, and then he fought Ricky Hatton, and then he beat Juan Marquez, and then beat Mosley, Ortiz, and Cotto. So yeah, he only fought Oscar once. Not to be racist, but Floyd fights so many Mexicans, like I can't figure out which one's which sometimes. That's all Floyd. Floyd likes to fight just Mexican fighters.
That's what it is. It's not boxing's not so. Boxing is huge in Mexico.
Yeah, the only black fighter he's fought was Mosley. That's the only black fighter, and Ricky Hatton was white. So
yeah, and he was from overseas. He's fucking Irish or some shit.
Who?
Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton's a fucking redhead.
He's from England.
Yeah.
Ricky Hatton's from England. Got his ass knocked the hell out, dude. Twice. Got his ass knocked out twice. Ricky Hatton used to be the dude. He used to be that dude in boxing, dude. He lost to Mayweather. He won his next 2 fights after that. And then he fought Pacquiao, lost in the 2nd round. Then he lost his last fight. So, yeah. Yeah, I thought they fought twice too, but I think they only fought. Yeah, they only fought once though. Because then he started fighting Marquez and he fought Mosley, but yeah, they are the biggest supporters in boxing, man. I wish a lot of American fans would love boxing as much as Mexican fans love boxing, because they love their boxers, dude. They ride for their boxers. If that's not Pacquiao, but if like Marquez or somebody like that's fighting, man, they ride for their fighters.
Hey guys, give us like 10 seconds. We're gonna make a drink. We'll be right back.
Wait, is it playing an ad? I don't know what the hell. You eating this pizza, man, or what? Hey, you eating this pizza?
No, you can have it.
Well,
I'll drink one for you, Sharky.
we got you, man. Captain Morgan and Coke. Alright, we got the next fight here.
Tarek Safadine and Rick Story. I'm going with Tarek Safadine. I like Rick Story.
Alright. Damn, we only got... Okay. What do we have to do, guys, to make this live stream better? We want to know y'all opinions. I think... We watched it. There was a tennis fucking thing that had like 40 views on there. And we only got like 5. I think the highest we got to was like 16. Man, we're always safe, man. We drink responsibly. Have you ever seen them damn commercials, man? We drink responsibly. You playing another? We drink responsibly. Hopefully this is the Captain Morgan. Like I said, follow us on Twitter. If you guys have a Twitter, make sure you follow us. We'll put our Twitters up in a little bit. You know.
Y'all just
subscribe for the YouTube page. Me and him will be doing this a lot, so make sure you guys subscribe. We wish we can do pay-per-views. We may do pay-per-views depending on how our money looks.
I'll do pay-per-views that people's gonna watch. So if y'all subscribe and everything, I'll damn sure start doing pay-per-views.
What is that?
That was for wedding address.
Subscribe for the page. I don't know why he named it that, but it's a good page. Who's she talking to? She must be talking to you. You must be talking to him, because you're damn sure not talking to me.
I'm gonna take my pants off.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, you know. And if we had pay-per-views, of course we'll talk about the fights a little bit more, because of course everybody knows who those fighters are on the main card of a pay-per-view. But yeah.
This is our first live stream. We're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it. This is our very first one though, so I'm a broadcast major, so I mean I do this shit. I do this shit for fucking sport.
I do this for fun. So
I do this for sport, son.
I just love
I'm
mixed
the
martial
LeBron.
arts.
I'm the LeBron James of sports broadcasting. I'm just fucking with you. I'm definitely not.
Dude, madam, dude.
Get some damn cable. That's my best advice to you, dog.
It's on cable TV, man.
If you can't watch the fight, I'm sorry. Call Comcast tomorrow. Make sure they hook their shit up by Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe you can watch the reruns on Thursday. That's all I can tell you.
Why don't you watch it live if he's gonna sit there and watch us? Because then he would know all the shit that's gonna happen.
We'll tell you what's gonna happen. Number 10.
The number 10 ranked welterweight Tarek Saffiedine is about to fight the number 11 ranked welterweight Rick Story. Their reach is 1 inch apart for Rick Story. Their height is the same. Their weight's the same. Their age is 2 years apart. Tarek Saffiedine is just a little bit younger. I got Tarek Saffiedine though. So
why do you have Tarek Saffiedine?
Tarek Saffiedine is just a little bit more. Like I've been saying this whole time, Rick Story's just not consistent. Rick Story could beat anybody in welterweight.
What?
It's a pay-per-view in Brazil.
Brazil be fucking y'all in UFC. How is this a pay-per-view? This is on cable television. This is free TV for us. Damn, Brazil be trying to get that money out of folks, man. 16-4 is Stephanie.
Chris Camozzi was underdog, and I picked him to win. He won. He's an underdog, and I'm picking him. That's 2 underdogs.
What, Rick Story?
No, Tarek Saffiedine's underdog. Chris Camozzi that just won, he was underdog.
Why was he underdog?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it a pay-per-view in Brazil? I know Brazil takes that shit serious. You see she just blew a kiss at me? You just saw that shit?
That was to me.
That ring girl just blew a kiss at me. I don't know why. I told her not to do that shit on national television, man. I don't want people to blow my spot. But she just blew a kiss at me. Alright. Let's see what Rick Story can do against this young, hungry fighter here. Let's see if we can have 4 straight fights to go to decision here.
We want a fucking knockout. Fuck decisions.
I know, right? Hey, appreciate that, man. Just make sure I hope you subscribe for it, though, man.
Yeah, Sharky. After all the fights, I usually do like some kind of like result thing, and then before the fights, I do some kind of preview. So if you like us, just subscribe, and we'll keep doing everything else. And we really like your input.
Yeah, we love feedback, man. Like we want you guys' feedback, because you guys' feedback will make us better to do better videos for y'all. So we do this shit for y'all, man. We do this shit for fun too, but we also do this shit for people, because like I was telling Heath, man, UFC coverage is a dying breed. Like, a lot of people don't cover UFC, so we want to make sure we cover UFC the best way we can. So, you know, anything that can help us get better to cover UFC to the best of our ability so you guys can enjoy it, let us know, man. If you think we're shit, tell us we're shit so we can work on it. Please. I would love to hear that we're shit. As you see, Rick Story trying to take him down.
Rick Story's got Safadine pinned against the cage. Safadine's fighting off pretty good.
Appreciate that, dog.
Thanks, dude.
As you see, Story. Oh, nice kick
just landed
there.
a head kick. I'm sorry. Safadine just landed a head kick. Rick Story was coming throwing punches, and Safadine, like, over the top of his punches. Crazy head kick.
That was a good head kick there. See Story trying to fight back here. Now we're sounding like fucking broadcasters here, son.
Okay, Story's throwing punches. He's got Safadine circling the cage. He's not completely backed up to the cage, but he's okay. Now he's out. We're out in the middle of the cage.
So far, this has got to be Stephanie's game here. What is Rick Story going to have to do in these last, like, 2 minutes of this first round?
Rick Story's going to do what he was doing earlier. He's going to have to keep his back against the cage. Look, see, Safadine, he lands. Okay, that was a big takedown. Rick Story just tied him up and just dropped to his back and tried to roll over. Safadine got straight back to his feet, and now he's got him pinned in his cage. That's what he's going to have to do. Safadine's got, man, his leg kicks are just, that's what won him the fight against Nate Marquardt, but you're going to have to neutralize that. You can't have him just picking you apart from outside.
Rick Story has him on the cage now. That's probably been the best Rick Story has done this whole fight so far in the first round, was get Safadine into the cage and kind of control the fight a little bit better. But Safadine has found a way to get off the cage a little bit, as he's doing right now. Rick Story brings him back to the cage. Some nice knee kicks there. Rick Story is controlling his pace, though. He's not really rushing into this fight now. Safadine's got him kind of closed up to the cage, trying to.
They're just fighting for position against the cage, throwing little shots, trying to open somebody up. But Rick Story's still just trying to shoot in for that double leg, and Safadine's just fighting it off. Now they're back in the middle of the cage. And this is where Safadine's going to shine. He's going to throw some shots. I want to see some leg kicks, which I know he's going to throw, but Safadine just, okay, now we're back against the cage. This is what Rick Story needs to do, though. I mean, it's boring, but
it's like with Floyd Mayweather's fights. I mean, a lot of people don't like the way Floyd Mayweather kind of jabs and dabs, I don't know, gets away from his opponent, but I mean, that's the smartest way for Floyd Mayweather to fight, is by playing defense more so than playing the offense. I know a lot of people like to see that go out and swing to the fences type fighting, but some guys play a little smart here, as you see Rick Story doing here with this in this first round. Oh, try to get a late kick in there by Safadine.
you should say jab and dab.
Jab and dab. Yeah. Jab and dab. Jab and dab.
He damn sure dabs.
Floyd Mayweather damn sure dabs. He's got enough money to jab. So who do you think got that first round?
Rick Story probably won. He controlled it. Tarek Safadine landed a little bit bigger shots, but I think Rick Story controlled it more of the time. So
Prelims for UFC 199. Is that going to be a good prelim?
yes, Brian Ortega versus Clay Guida. That's James Vick. There he is. I cannot think of who he fought. James Vick is bad, dude. Brian Ortega's so good, but dude, Clay Guida, dude, Clay Guida, he's beat 2 champs. He beat Anthony Pettis before, and then he beat Rafael Dos Anjos. Tarek Safadine's knees busted open.
Yeah, his knee's busted open pretty bad here. Let's see if that's going to affect him a little bit better. Nice little high five there, a little sportsmanship. Ooh.
They're going at it.
Yeah, they're going at it in this second round. They're really trying to go for the knockout here. No decisions in this fourth fight of the main card of UFC Vegas. Live tweet. Supposed to be live tweeting, Heath.
Haven't tweeted shit. Here we go. They're in the middle of the cage. Rick Story just threw a kick and slipped. Now he's on his back. Turk Safdien, of course, dove straight back on top of him.
How many fights are left? There's this fight and there's 2 more right after this. 2 more fights. So far, the first 3 fights of the card has went to decision. This fight, at the pace this fight is going right now, with these guys not really landing into any big strikes, this may go to decision as well. Our stream is frozen. No, there it goes.
The next fight on this card, dude, you've got Jeremy Stephens and Renan Barral. Dude, we've got some fights coming up.
So who do you got in that Jeremy Stephens fight?
I got Renan Barral, but dude, Jeremy Stephens can knock anybody out at any time. So
you think Renan Barral's gonna get a?
I think Renan Barral's gonna win, but Jeremy Stephens, like I said,
decision or
probably
by decision.
Maybe submission.
Oh, that was a nice
Maybe
hit.
submission.
They're back at the cage now.
Melvin's back. Good to see you back, Melvin.
Welcome back, Melvin. I know work's being held, but hey, as long as your supervisor don't know what you're really watching on your phone, doesn't matter. As long as you ain't watching porn.
I was about to say, at least you're not on Pornhub on your phone.
At least you're not on Pornhub at work. I think he's good with that. Wow. So I just got a tweet from, I guess this is from Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather tweeted this. I don't know if y'all can see this, but yeah. This is what Floyd Mayweather just put on his Facebook page. I don't know if I showed you, Heath.
Oh, that's bullshit. Nah.
Yep. It says Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor live on pay-per-view, CBS, Showtime pay-per-view. And this is what Floyd Mayweather put on his official Twitter page here. Doubt it's going to happen, but, I mean, whatever. Whatever floats Floyd's boat, I guess. As we got fight resuming here. Man, they're gassing this fight up way too much for it not to happen. Story landed 19 body punches. So far he's got Safdien on the burner. Hey, Heath. Alright, we're back live. We're back live. I think we lost.
It's lagging a little bit.
It's lagging a little bit, but we're back live. But yeah, my Twitter, Floyd Mayweather tweeted something about the Conor McGregor fight. As we were talking about that earlier, he tweets some stupid shit. That's what Floyd does, man. He hypes you guys up in order to get a fight that you're not going to see. So,
hey, is it lagging on y'all's end? Because a little bit it's showing like it's lagging and loading. So let me know if it's lagging on y'all's end.
Yeah, if it's lagging, let us know so we can make sure we fix it. We definitely don't want y'all watching a lagged broadcast. As this fight looks like it's going to decision, too. At the pace this fight is going, it looks like it's going to decision. Don't know too much about Rick Story. Heath, can you tell me a little bit about Rick Story?
Yeah, Rick Story's beat, well, he just ate a head kick right there, but he's beat Johnny Hendricks, which Johnny Hendricks held the title for a little bit. He beat Gunnar Nelson in, I want to say his last fight in 2014, and he's been injured ever since, but he'll go on and beat a killer in Johnny Hendricks, and he'll lose some fights that he's not supposed to lose. I want to say he beat Kelvin, I can't even think of his last name. The guy that won the tough, where John Jones and Chael Sonnen. I can't think of his name.
I mean, that's how you sell a fight, man. You know, especially, you know, imagine if guys like fucking Mike Tyson would have had a social media. I'm pretty sure he'll hype that shit up too, man. But, I mean, that's just the way fighting going, man. They're going to continue to troll people and then not make the fight actually happen. Because Conor McGregor's not ready for that fight, and Floyd Mayweather just... I mean, I don't want to see, as a boxing fan, I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather. I'd rather see Floyd Mayweather fight the hungriest fighters in boxing rather than see him fight a guy like Conor McGregor who has no experience whatsoever. They're going to continue to troll folks, man. It's fucking stupid as shit, but they're going to continue to do it, man. And if you guys go to Floyd Mayweather's Twitter page, if you guys don't... His Twitter page is at Floyd Mayweather. You can see what I'm talking about. If you guys don't have Twitter, go to Bleacher Report and go to boxing, and then you'll see what I'm talking about with Floyd Mayweather hyping up this fight. That's not gonna happen. And then I'm reading something that Freddie Roach, who also trains Manny Pacquiao, is willing to help out Conor McGregor in his quest to fight in boxing to get his ass whooped. So
it's going to take a lot fucking more than that. Freddie Roach has trained a lot of MMA fighters. Freddie Roach has trained
I like Freddie Roach, man. It's just like
he trained GSP.
You're wasting your time trying to train a guy like Floyd Mayweather, dude. Like, you have to fight. You have to give at least. You have to have like 3 or 4 boxing bouts before you fight Floyd Mayweather. Not even that, but a guy like Conor.
Yes, Kevin Gastelum. That's it. Yes, Rick Story's beat him. He's beat Johnny Hendricks. He beat Gunnar Nelson. He's beat some big guys, but he's not so consistent. He's lost some fights that I think he should have won, but you know, you just don't know which Rick Story's going to come out.
And it seems like
the Fox Sports broadcast is screwing up again. Now it's back up.
Yeah, we're trying to call this fight, but we can't call it when the fucking screen keeps blacking the hell out. But hey, we've been going on for about a good 2, almost 3 hours, so hey, we're going on strong. Yeah, he knows all these fights, man. He knows all these fights at the back of his hand.
Yeah, that's what I like mixed martial arts. I love UFC. I try and keep up with these guys. It's very this is my favorite sport, so yeah. I try. I thank Sharky for recognizing that.
As we see, we got like 250 left in the 3rd round. Like I said, this fight looks like it's going to go to decision again. Just similar to the last fights. All the fights. I think even some of the prelims went to decision. I know the Jessica McMahon and or the Sarah McMahon and the Jessica I fight went straight to decision as well. So
that was that was a boring fight, but Sarah McMahon won. The Lachman Sterling fight and not Cody Garbrandt, but Brian Caraway. That fight went to decision, and that was a big fight that I was looking forward to. And they had it on Fight Pass. I hated that, but still, big fight.
Misha Tate's boyfriend.
Yeah, Misha Tate's boyfriend. That's Brian Caraway, which a lot of people hate him because everybody's in love with Misha Tate.
Do you? That's got to be a fucked up thing. You hate somebody just because of who they date? Damn, that's almost like how I don't like Lamar Odom anymore because he dated a fucking Kardashian. Same reason why I don't like Kanye West. It's because he dates a Kardashian. So hey, I guess he's a UFC fighter now. Because I hate him too. Oh, we're checking Snapchat. I'm checking Snapchat. I don't know what you're checking.
Rick Stories, he's keeping Derek Safdine backed up against Cage. It's been like this the whole fight.
I think Rick Story's going to win this fight just off the control that he's had on this fight against Safdine, because he's controlling this fight, keeping him on the cage. He's landing a couple strikes every now and then. She has a fuck me face. I've never noticed that. Does Misha Tate have a fuck me face?
Yeah. Misha Tate's, yeah, she does.
Oh my god, I want to fuck Misha Tate.
Dude, Misha Tate's got a body to go with it, too.
I'll fuck the shit out of Misha Tate. What was that?
That's Boo.
Oh, we should have got Boo in here, man. Boo knows a shit ton about boxing, man.
Derek Safdine just defended the takedown, but once again, he's backed up against the cage. And Rick Story, I mean, they're both throwing shots, but Derek Safdine's just back against the cage. I mean, I don't know how the judges are going to judge this, but
let me ask y'all, do y'all like fights? If y'all watching a card, do y'all like all the fights to go to decision because it's a good fight, or do y'all want to see some knockouts? Because I know some people are knockout artists. Some people want to see knockouts in every fucking fight, and some of you're not going to get that. But then some people want to see all fights go probably to the end. So, are you a fan of like these fights that go to decision, or are you a fan of
all fights? I mean, some of them are boring, but some of these fights that a lot of people call boring is technical fights that a lot of people that don't watch it, a lot of people think, oh, they're just going to the ground and they're humping each other. No, man, it's technical as fuck. They're fucking, this guy's defending a submission. This guy's going for a submission. I like that stuff. I like to see that. But, of course, I love to see a big knockout. And Rick Story's got a tiny cut on his left eye. Derek Safdine, he's a little bit busted up.
Melvin's got Stevens by knockout. Stevens by knockout.
I could see it. Dude, Jeremy Stevens is knocked out. Dude, like I said, dude, he's knocked out Rafael Dos Anjos, and, dude, he's got a fucking hell of a chin. But, dude, there's nobody that could fucking take that fucking punch that Jeremy Stevens hit on Rafael Dos Anjos. Jeremy Stevens can knock out anybody if he really just starts teeing off on them, but I just think Renan Morales, I think is a little bit too technical for him and a little bit too polished for Jeremy Stevens.
So you think he knocks him out?
Mean uppercut, yes. Dude, that was the biggest uppercut I've ever seen. That I could watch that shit just every day. It amazes me every time I see that. I've seen it 100 times. It's that uppercut that he landed.
Real quick, while we're waiting on decision, what do you think about UFC 199 in my home state of California? UFC 199, what do you think?
That's a hell of a card, dude. I wish that it was still Rockhold versus Weidman, because that's a better fight. But, dude, it'd be crazy if Bisping finally just went out and just...
Here's the decision here.
Rick Story won the decision.
Rick Story wins the fourth fight of the card of UFC Vegas. Rick Story wins by unanimous decision here. He controlled the fight, mostly keeping his opponent on the cage. Wasn't really an interesting fight when it comes to strikes and takedowns, but Rick Story goes in with a strategy. He is now 19-8. In the UFC, ranked number 11 in his weight class, and now he defeats a young up-and-comer.
He's going to jump into the top 10. Derek Safdine, dude, like I said, dude, he was the Strikeforce champion, and Rick Story, he's beat some big guys. I'm a Rick Story fan, and I hated to pick against him, and I did pick Derek Safdine because I thought Derek Safdine was going to land his leg kicks and be able to keep Rick Story at bay, but Rick Story did a good game plan. Rick Story's got good wrestling. He used his wrestling and everything and pinned Derek Safdine to where Derek Safdine couldn't use his striking, and he beat him up. And Rick Story, he's going to be in the top 10. I'm going to see him get bigger fights. But now we're going to a hell of a fight. I'm so fucking ready for this fight. Renan Barão going against Jeremy Stevens.
Renan Barão, he looked unstoppable. I want to say before T.J. Dillashaw beat him.
12 first-round finishes by Jeremy Stephens.
Dude, Jeremy Stephens, if he punches, dude, he could knock anybody out with some of his punches, dude. He throws fucking bombs.
So do you think he'll catch him slipping in this first fight?
He could, but Renan Barão, dude, he's been a champion for a long time. He's been on big win streaks. I think Renan Barão's a little bit too polished for Jeremy Stephens. He's too technical. You like Bisping, but Rockhold's going to beat him easy. Yes, Rockhold already beat him one time, and they fought on a full count. Now Bisping's filled in for Chris Weidman on a 2-week count, and 2 weeks is not long enough for him to come in and fight Luke Rockhold. Do I think Silva had beat Bisping, they would have given him a title shot like they did Bisping, or no? Okay, the Silva and Bisping fight. Let's say, man, that's a very controversial fight because I'm going to say the second round, Bisping, like, I don't know what the hell he was doing, like his mouthpiece fell out or something, and he was acting like, hey, like pointing to the ref, hey, my mouthpiece fell out. Then Silva just fucking kneed him in the face, and it looked like he TKO'd him, but then that was the end of the round, so they let the fight keep going, and then Michael Bisping went on and won the fight. They might have let Anderson Silva fill in for Chris Weidman if he won. Yeah, I think they would have.
The hell's turn the camera towards the camera? What does that mean? What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
Turn the camera towards the TV.
Because he probably doesn't have cable. Is what he said. Jonathan doesn't have cable, so I guess he means turn the camera towards the TV.
He wants to see the TV, which would probably get us kicked off because the UFC, they don't fucking play that shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. You trying to get us kicked off, John? Me, Melvin, and Shark are having good conversations here. Damn it. If you want to go watch UFC, you better call Comcast tomorrow, which is Monday. Well, you can't call them tomorrow. They're probably closed because tomorrow's Memorial Day. So call them Tuesday morning. They'll hook your shit up Wednesday, watch the reruns on Thursday, and shut the hell up.
Yeah, that happened in the third, I think. Not the second, but I could. Yeah, I mean, it might have been the third. I don't know, but either way, it was like a crazy. And a lot of people wasn't happy with that fight because that could have been stopped right there because he got dropped bad. And then, when it got stopped, Anderson Silva thought he won the fight.
Uriah Faber. Who do y'all have? Dominique Cruz versus Uriah Faber. Who y'all got? I gotta go with the hometown kid. Even though he might lose. That flying knee was nasty. It was.
Yeah. Anderson Silva's not the same. Dude, he's fucking 40 years old. He's had a fucking terrible injury, dude. He broke his fucking leg in half.
Oh my god, that was the nastiest shit I've seen.
He's not going to be the same.
That man,
he just needs to go out and get money fights, or either retire and just fucking train, train people. He's not going to get a title shot again. I don't see it.
I don't know why you would want a title shot.
He lost by knockout, then he lost by breaking his fucking leg in half. He he won a decision against Nick Diaz. That fight might have got overturned because he got busted for steroids.
Keep talking, I'm gonna look that up.
And then, but he won that fight by decision on the judges' scorecards, but I think he got overturned because he got busted for steroids after that fight. Then he fought.
Same thing I said. I want Uriah Faber to win, but I think Dominique Cruz is going to win that fight.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz, he's just... Dude, that guy's just so fucking good. He's so smart about how he fights. His fight IQ is just ridiculous. He's got the wrestling, dude, but his stand-up is so crazy. He his angles and everything that he does, he's just crazy as fuck.
Oh, let's talk about that last performance with John Jones. That was a little, me and you talked about that. That was a little slow by John Jones. It wasn't the same John Jones we're used to seeing.
Well, John Jones,
I think he was just trying to get back in the groove of things more so than.
yeah, I think he was more so going for a win. I think he was more or less playing it safe. He's fighting a big bad guy against OSP, but he's had a bunch of crazy shit happen to him. He's been going through a lot of shit with this cocaine stuff, with this hit and run and all that stuff, and he's finally got back in the cage after all this stuff. I just don't think he was going to go out there and do anything crazy, so I think he did enough to win the fight. He had let's just say this. He had a bad fight and still beat a top guy. Let's just say, him have a good fight, there's nobody that's going to touch him. If he had a bad fight and still beat a top guy.
Do you think the beef between him and Daniel Cormier, do you think John Jones is going to go in there with some type of aggressive attitude and he's going to try to just beat the shit out of Daniel Cormier rather than just beat him for the title?
He's going to do the same thing he did in the first fight. The same game plan.
Same game plan.
And he's going to beat Daniel Cormier, I think, about the same way he beat him in the first time.
I'm not really a big fan of Daniel Cormier.
I'm not either. I'm not a big fan of John Jones. But John Jones, I think, is the best. When John Jones is in his game, I don't see anybody that's going to beat him.
Let us know what y'all think. What do y'all think about Daniel Cormier? Me and he, we're not really big fans of Daniel Cormier. I mean, I just don't like, I don't know why I don't like him.
Yeah, I feel as a show, but we'll test and see if he goes 5 rounds, since he might have to go against. Well, he already beat Cormier one time in a 5-round fight. He beat Alexander Gustafsson, and he got battered in that fight. So he can go 5 rounds against anybody. Because that Alexander Gustafsson fight, a lot of people thought Alexander Gustafsson won. Alexander Gustafsson, he beat up John Jones worse than I've ever seen John Jones get beat, and he went 5 rounds with him. John Jones, I mean, he can weather any storm. I just don't see anybody that's going to beat John Jones. The only person I see that might beat John Jones is can't believe this puto put me on blast like that. I don't like DC, but I have to give him props for starting MMA so late in life. Yeah, Daniel Cormier, dude, he started MMA so late, but he's had such good wrestling credentials that he could go into MMA like he did. But he didn't just go in and just straight wrestle people. He went in and just knocked out people. When he was in Strike Force, he was a heavyweight and was knocking out big guys. And he's got the wrestling, he's got the striking. Dude, Daniel Cormier, dude, if he didn't start MMA so late, yeah, dude, he's bad. And he's got the talent and everything to do what he can. And I do respect that a lot.
Yeah, he was an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah.
In 2008. Olympic wrestler, started very late in MMA, and he's kind of built a career here. And I give him credit for that. It's just, he's not, I don't think, how can I say this? I'm trying to say it without taking credit from him, but it's just like, I don't think he's championship material.
Well, he's obviously championship material.
He's championship material because he won the championship against, Anthony Jones?
He beat Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Or Johnson.
And then he defended against Alexander Gustafsson. He's a good champion, but there's still John Jones lingering right there because he got that belt by default. And then he's fought for the belt before, and John Jones beat him. And then he got the belt on default, and he's been defending that title. And I mean, he's a great champion, but there's still that guy that's got that asterisk. There's an asterisk, I think, by his name because he got the belt by default. He lost his last fight, then wins the belt by John Jones getting in trouble. So
I don't know what a Puta. Puta. I never saw that word spelled out. That's pretty cool.
All right,
I'm just saying, man. If you need cable, dog. Shit.
Renan Barão and Jeremy Stephens is coming on now.
Don't blame us for your lack of cable. Shit. Cable costs fucking $29.99 a month. That's the cheapest you can get it.
That's how much yours cost?
I get cable free, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, my cable's free. My apartment has free cable. So yeah. I can watch FS1 and not have any problems.
Yeah, that slam in the first round was crazy. Dude, I thought that fight was going to go different after that slam, but I want to say the worst slam was him and Dan Henderson. That was a crazy slam. Flipped him over his head. Dude, he just fucking killed Dan Henderson. I felt so bad for Dan Henderson during that fight.
Bro, what?
Rumble versus Jones is an interesting matchup. I love Anthony Johnson. When he was at 170, I loved Anthony Johnson. He just had a hard time making weight. He cut too much weight, so he gassed out so early. He's still gassing out, but
What are your thoughts on the weigh-ins between
Renan and Jeremy? I think Renan, honestly, I don't think that Renan was trying to like run up in his face like Jeremy Stephens thought, but I think he was more or less just looking down on his feet and pretty much walked up to Jeremy Stephens a little bit too close. Jeremy Stephens wasn't playing that shit, so he pushed him back. I don't think it was like a beef, like, you know, like he just didn't. I thought that Jeremy Stephens thought that he was trying to just run up right in his face, and nobody after they're cutting that much weight, dude. They're going through hell. They fucking hate everything. So, and Renan Barão, you could see after he got that push, he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, kind of like.
Yeah, it seems like he was shot. I don't think he punked him. It was a shock value. Like, did this dude really just fucking push me?
Like, damn, dude, I was just trying to get a shot, but
I was just trying to get a shot, dude. I wasn't trying to like toughen you out.
But if you watch it again, Melvin, because honestly, dude, it was like he was like walking off the stage and just looking down at something, and just wasn't watching where he was going.
And it seems like they're going at it early on in this round. Seems like Stephens is going what he knows and trying to go for an early knockout here. A lot of kicks going on in this.
A lot of leg kicks from Jeremy Stephens. I'd figure Renan would throw a little bit more leg kicks just to take that lead foot out of Jeremy Stephens.
Oh, that was
take that little bit of power out of Jeremy Stephens.
Stephens doing some nice leg kicks here.
But Stephens is the one throwing more leg kicks than anybody. But Renan, he's got a little bit better. He's more technical. So he's throwing big combinations. Jeremy Stephens, though, he's throwing just bombs the whole time. Yes, I could see that happening. I could see Renan winning by sub.
Ooh, some nice hard swings there by Stephens.
Stephens is definitely going for the knockout punch, but Renan, like I said, dude, he's the more technical fighter. He's shooting in for a takedown now. He's going to use everything he's got. Jeremy Stephens just more of just a knockout fighter. Who is he talking about?
I guess he's talking about me. I don't know who he's talking about.
Who's the suspect shit?
I don't know what a suspect shit is. I really don't fucking care, to be honest with you. Me, Melvin, Steven, and Sharky are having a fucking A-B conversation, so see your ass out of it if you got a problem with it, because you will not knock me the fuck out. Puto. I knocked more Mexicans out than Floyd Mayweather, so so I don't think you want any of me, dog. As we see Stephens now. Now Stevens trying to go for the takedown now. Look at this. Stevens not going for the strikes. He's kind of trying to go for the takedown now. You see, early on he was trying to go for the early strikes, and now he's trying to.
Well, he's just pinning him against Cage. He's gonna try and take that energy from him. He's got a big guy laid on top of him now, and now Renan's got to fight his way out of this. So now he's shooting for a single, and of course Renan, he's gonna defend that, but. They're just going to fight against Cage. But Jeremy's... Oh. Okay. Renan, he got out of it. Now, he's trying... It looks like... Dude, I don't like Renan going to brawl with Jeremy Stevens like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost at the end of the first round. They're kind of in the middle of the ring now. Trying to brawl it out here. Yeah, go to their gym. Go to the gym in Orlando. Shit. I don't need to go to your gym. You don't even have cable. Why the fuck would I go to your gym? If you don't even have cable, what the hell do you think I'm going to go to your fucking gym? Probably don't have a ring in your gym.
Just come to our gym in Alabama. So
yeah, come to our gym in Alabama where the heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder fights.
We got the fucking heavyweight champion of the world. Prediction on the Almeida fight. I got Almeida.
You got Almeida. I think
Almeida's a little bit more technical. He's got more experience. But, dude, I think that's going to be a hell of a fight.
Steven, who do you got in that fight, man?
Yeah, y'all tell me who y'all got.
Yeah, tell us who y'all got in that main event fight. The main event fight's coming up next, right after this fight. I think this fight, the way this fight's going, with Stevens kind of going for a little brawler there, and he's falling into it, I think it's going to be an early end of this fight. Who do y'all got in this main event fight, though? And Melvin, where's your gym? I didn't know you trained, dog. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but the way this card's going, it seems like a more of a technical card. All of these fights, Steven, if you haven't noticed, have went to decision, so I don't know. I think a lot of guys are playing it safe tonight. Don't know if that's gonna carry over to the main event fight. Hopefully not, but a lot of these fights is going to decision. We've seen Stevens a little bit. Stevens kind of fighting with a more aggressive attitude than any other fighter has tonight, and he's kind of trying to go for the early knockout. He's kind of a knockout artist, especially in the first round, but we about to get another beer.
Yeah.
Give me another beer. Give me another beer. As we see these two fighting in the middle of the octagon once again, and you want two of them. We got the Stone Cold Steve Austin in these beers, Doug. Oh, I thought you had two. Why do you have two beers?
I haven't made it too, but if Pickett can put him down, but yeah. Brad Pickett put him down? I could see it, though. I just don't remember that fight. Hold on, but Almeida came back and won that, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Petrozelli, that's that dude that docked out Kimbo Slice at that thing.
For real? Holy shit, dude. That's cool as fuck.
I like Seth. He's just crazy as fuck.
We got a gym out here near us. The Sky Boxing Gym. That's where WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, trains at. I actually got to interview Deontay Wilder. He's a pretty cool kid.
Dude, Jeremy Stevens is throwing some bombs. Got Renan backed up. He's landing them, too. Man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this fight might end a little earlier than we expected here.
Renan better watch out. Dude, he's throwing some
Stevens getting him with these punches, man.
Renan just landed a big knee. Renan's just backed up to the cage, and Jeremy Stevens...
Hey, how many times has Seth mentioned the fact that he fought Kimbo Slice? I I would mention that shit all the time. Be like, yeah, man, I'll fucking beat the shit out of Kimbo Slice.
Supposedly, Garbrandt was saying that Thomas Almeida and his crew was trying to fight him by himself, like in the hotel room and all this stuff. I don't know. Yeah, Gambrandt's kind of been. He's never said it.
He's never shit. I'd brag about that shit all the time.
Well,
Did he beat Kimbo?
Yes, he knocked him out.
He knocked Kimbo out, man. I would mention that every time. I would mention that to every fighter that walks into my gym. Just kidding, I wouldn't. Because Kimbo's...
Dude, Seth Petrozelli's been training his whole life. He went on tough. He made it in the house. I can't remember how far he made it, but then... I mean, he's got some good credentials. He was sitting in the crowd. Ken Shamrock was backstage of this Elite XC show, and he got cut on his forehead, and they asked somebody to come out of the crowd. I don't know if he came out of the crowd or if he was supposed, or if he jumped up from like an earlier fight, and he knocked Kimbo Slice out with like a little jab.
Look at that, takedowns. 0 for 9 for takedowns.
That's big. But the only thing I ever saw, he's cool. Okay, yeah, I could see Seth Petrozelli being a cool ass dude because the only thing I saw him like taunting Kimbo Slice is like he dressed up as Kimbo Slice on Halloween, like wore like a wife beater and like paint on his beard and like put a do rag on and shit. Like he dressed up as Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, that is so funny.
But Seth Petrozelli is like a legit mixed martial artist.
So how is he? Wait, how is he as a trainer though, Melvin? Let us know. How is he as a trainer?
Dude, Jeremy Stevens is landing some fucking shots. Man.
Oh yeah, I think Jeremy Stevens got this fight, man.
Hernandez landed some shots, but dude, Jeremy Stevens throws bombs, and he's throwing a bunch of leg kicks.
It seems like this fight's gonna probably go to decision. Unless Jeremy Stevens can land one of these punches that he's throwing.
See, Hernandez like ducking some shots. But dude, Jeremy Stevens got some fucking boxing, man. He's got some striking.
Oh,
okay. First
takedown.
But he's got his back against the cage.
Yeah, Jeremy is gassing out. As you saw in that takedown, man, he seems like he's a little gassed out there. But
and Jeremy does have a tendency of doing that.
Yeah, I think throwing all them fucking power punches.
That's what he does.
Power punches, man.
If he don't knock you out, you know. And Hernand's such a tough guy. Hernandez looks, you know. Okay, in the second round.
In the second round now. Stevens can kind of catch his breath a little bit. I think Stevens got this fight, man. He just needs to pace himself a little bit. I think he's tiring himself out trying to do all these power punches, and that can definitely wear you out. I think he's got this fight by decision if he can just kind of kick back a little bit. Look at us. Fucking all this smoke and shit.
Forward of this bum. Come to Cali where the real.
Dude, I'm from Cali.
He comes in and works out and only teaches the pros. I'm still amateur. So they got like different. What gym? What's the name of the gym that you fight out of?
Jungle Gym.
Jungle Gym. Mm-hmm. That's usually how it is. They usually That's usually what they do. I mean, that's cool as fuck that he's still fighting with the pros.
But that's usually what they do, though. They do that at Sky Boxing Gym too.
Yeah.
Like Jay told me, he only trains Deontay. Like when Deontay comes in, all priorities is shut down.
Dude, when I went there with Boo, it was boxing. You can go there early, and dude, but Deontay, this is before he even got the Olympics.
Yeah.
But they were all, dude, it was everybody. It was all boxing, and then mixed martial arts went in after.
All right. Let's see Stevens now. Stevens in the third round. He does look a little gassed up, Stevens, so you're correct on that, man. He does look a little tired there.
He's big, man. He used to fight at 155. Now he's dropped down to 145. He's got a lot of muscle to carry around. Yeah, he throws some bombs, man. When he throws a punch, he's trying to knock you out. Yeah, that will gas you out, throwing those big shots like that. But
there you go.
He's just threw another big shot. I think Renan, is a little bit. technical. But
See, I think Stevens
Stevens
throwing on. Look,
just missed another big left hook, man.
I think Stevens trying to land all these power punches, and he's so gassed out that it's the quickest way to get knocked the fuck out.
Well, that's what gasses you out quicker is missing a big shot than landing a big shot. And he's throwing fucking haymakers, and they're missing. And Hanan, you see, he's just staying with his technical. You know, he's being real technical about his striking style. He's ate some big shots, but he's still right there in it. He just ate another big shot, but
here we go.
You know, that's just big that Jeremy Stevens is defending all these takedowns.
This fight card was supposed to end at 11:15 because that's supposed to be when the whatchamacallit starts. But it doesn't look like that's happening. It's been pretty evenly matched as far as like strikes is concerned.
Jonathan Ray's, I'm Irish, come to Ireland and I'm trying to fight here, see how far you get.
Steven, are you Conor McGregor Jr.? Conor McGregor Jr. Just leave Jonathan alone, man. He doesn't have cable, everybody. Just leave him alone. Everybody leave Jonathan alone. He doesn't have fucking cable. Shit. Y'all leave that guy alone, man. Anybody that doesn't have cable doesn't care about their life, man.
Dude, they are fucking going at it. Hey, fat bitch. What's up?
That's what they do on this shit. Hey, Melvin Steven. Leave Jonathan alone, man. He doesn't have no cable, man. Just leave the guy alone. We're trying to enjoy this UFC card here. No, dude, he's so fucking gassed. Stevens is so gassed. He tried to land an uppercut, missed. What do you think Stevens' corner saying right now? Stop fucking swinging all those power punches.
Okay, and Amberell just got this takedown. Can he hold it though? He's got his. I don't know if he can. Yeah, he might be able to finish. Yeah, he might be able to finish this takedown. Well.
Seems like Stevens trying to get up. He's on the ground now.
He got the takedown.
All right, he's got the takedown now. See if Stevens can bounce back from that.
He's got it back against Cage. He's up on one knee.
Who do you got the rear naked choke going to, though? I guess he's...
And Amberell. It's not going to be... Jeremy Stevens is not going to submit.
I know that.
Jeremy Stevens just got up. That's big. And now he
just got up.
Amberell's back against the cage.
All these fights have went to decision. Oh, okay, I got you, man. He almost had it, but I can see early on in that takedown, I can see Stevens fought back to get back up there in the fight. So, and now he's got him on the cage with a minute left, and unless he can do something magnificent here.
And then just got off the cage, and Jeremy Stevens just landed an uppercut, dude.
That was a nice uppercut there by Stevens.
I love his uppercut.
He's got a clean uppercut, though. Got a real clean uppercut.
Stevens with the jab. I mean, they're in the middle of the cage where Stevens wants to be. He's
right.
landing little shots.
Woo! See, look, that power punch, that would have knocked you in a normal boxing bout. That would have knocked you the hell out, dude. That hard ass, y'all know that hard swing that you swing so hard that it turns your whole body forward. That swing would have knocked him out in boxing. Easy.
All right, 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Let's see what happens.
Now they've got, all right, Jeremy Stevens got him back against the cage. They're off. 10 seconds left. They're going to go at it. They're throwing sloppy shots. It's over.
Both of them got their hands up like they won, but we all know who really did win this fight. I think Stevens won this fight. It was a good fight. This fight's going to go to decision, but this is actually a good fight. But I think Stevens wins by decision.
Jeremy Stevens landed the power shots.
He landed the most important fights. I mean, he got taken down, what, twice in this fight? Maybe twice?
I think he got 2 takedowns out of like 12 or something, you know. Jeremy Stevens defended a lot of takedowns, which is huge. That was that was a big factor coming into this fight, which I was factoring in that Renan Barão would get a takedown or two. But dude, he got him, but they were late. And Jeremy Stephens, that takes a lot out of you when you're just trying to get in and grab somebody's legs and take them down. But
all right, main event fight coming up real quick. You think it's going to go to decision as well?
I think it's a 5-round fight. I think Thomas Almeida is going to TKO Cody Garbrandt. It could go either way. I'm just picking it because that's what I think, but I would not be surprised at all if Cody Garbrandt won. They're both killers. Cody Garbrandt is ready for this fight. I will say that. So
what is Cody Garbrandt going to have to do to win this fight?
He's going to have to counter some shots, and he's going to have to counter. He's going to have to counter Thomas Almeida because Thomas Almeida is going to go out and try and take Cody Garbrandt's head off. But I think Thomas Almeida is a little bit more. What I'm trying to say, he's had more fights. Let's see. Here's the official scorecard.
Here's the official scorecard. By unanimous decision,
Jeremy Stephens won, which is surprised the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Renan Barão, dude, just look back last year before Renan Barão lost his belt. He looked unfucking stoppable. Jeremy Stephens is a great fighter, but he's a big brawler, and he just beat Renan Barão, which just lost the belt. And he was on a 20-something fight win streak.
So do you think Cody needs to use his size to try to take him down? Do you think that would be a strategy that he uses?
Yeah, very well could. I mean, that's why these matchups make fights. So, Cody, he's a big guy. Man, this is going to be a great main event fight. I'm really surprised that Jeremy Stephens just won like this.
So far, 5 fights, 5 decisions. And this is not including the prelims that also had decisions as well. But see, Stephens landed look at that top shot there.
Jeremy Stephens landed some big shots.
Oh, you heard that? Steven said that he doesn't think he should be at 145 pounds messing with him. Steven's a little cocky after that fight. What do you think next is? What do you think next is for Steven?
Steven's about to get a big fucking fight because he just fought the guy. He just fought a ex-title holder that looked unstoppable and just battered him. And Renan Barão, he was beating everybody in the stand-up. And he defended his takedowns. He did everything he needed to do. Dude, Jeremy Stephens just battered this guy.
Yeah. Look at that punch.
I mean,
nothing but body punches there by Jeremy Stephens. He wins that fight. Unanimous decision. Now we're going to go to the main event. The final fight of the fight card, UFC Las Vegas.
I think he fights the loser of Otto and Edgar.
You think he fights the loser? What do you think would be a better fight? Stephens or Aldo or Stephens and Edgar?
Stephens and Aldo. Edgar's a wrestler with Stephens. I don't think Stephens wants to touch Aldo or I can't even think of his name, but other alpha male wrestler. But Jeremy Stephens, his best bet would be somebody that's going to stand in front of him. I don't think he's going to fight the winner. I think the winner of Otto and Edgar is going to get the next title shot.
But do you think Jeremy Stephens is ready to step up to the main fight card?
I mean, he's up. He just beat the ex-champion that was, was one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time here just not long ago. So, yeah.
Mendez,
yeah. Chad Mendez. I don't think he's ready to fight Chad Mendez. I think Chad Mendez would wrestle him and take him down, And Frankie Edgar, I think Frankie Edgar and Chad Mendez is a bad fight for Jeremy Stephens. But, man.
Here's Luke Rockhold now. We're watching Luke Rockhold highlights now. Hope Luke Rockhold keeps his title, man. I don't like titles changing hands a lot.
Well, he's gonna beat Michael Bisping.
And then you think he gets Chris Weidman again?
Yeah, he'll fight Chris Weidman.
I wanted to see the Rockhold Weidman fight.
Jacare.
That'd be a good fight too. Him and Jacare would be a good fight. I'd rather see him and Chris Weidman fight again, but you know, I think him and Jacare would be a good fight as well. I hate fill-in fights, but I mean, hey, with Conor McGregor, I mean, we got a good fill-in fight a couple times, so
Yeah.
with Conor McGregor, we got a good fill-in fight. And Nate Diaz won, so that's a good fight. Max Holloway and Ricardo. Well, mostly you got in that.
Dude, I got Max Holloway. Dude, it's a sleeper fight of that card.
That's what I'm saying. So you got Holloway in that fight?
I got Max Holloway. Ricardo Lamas is tough. He fought Jose Aldo to a finish when Jose Aldo was just fucking killing people. But Max Holloway, dude, he's on, I want to say, 8-fight win streak. And dude, he's just bad.
First round? You think it'll be a first round?
It could be, yeah. It'll probably be first, second round. It's not gonna go long. Rockhold already beat Michael Bisping, and you saw it was a bad matchup for Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping's coming into this fight on 2 weeks' notice, so he's not been training or doing anything. Luke Rockhold's been training for, he's been training, so this fight might be worse than the first fight.
Really?
Yeah.
But you got Rockhold winning first round.
It'll be first, second round.
Did you already do a prediction and stuff for that fight?
Yeah.
Fight card? If you haven't, look at his predictions on the fight card on the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe for that page as well. And you'll definitely see his predictions for UFC 199. That will be in Inglewood, California at the FedEx. I said FedEx Forum like it was in Memphis. The Forum in Inglewood, California. Who'd you have in that cruising?
I got Dominic Cruz.
Okay.
Beating.
Who do you got in the Dan Henderson fight?
Oh, dude, Hector Lombard.
Got Hector Lombard in that fight?
God damn, dude. Dan Henderson's so old now, and Hector Lombard's a fucking.
When do you think Dan Henderson's just gonna wrap it up?
If he loses this fight in bad fashion, he might just do it. Or he might be that guy that's like, hey, I got to win a fight and lose on a, or go out on a win. But I just don't see him winning this fight.
Let us know what y'all think. When do y'all think Dan Henderson needs to just go ahead and hang it up? When does he need to go ahead and just end his fighting career? Do you think he needs to win or go out after this fight? Or do you think he needs another win before he hangs it up? And now we have the main event here. Where's he walking out to?
We got the champions.
He's not a champion yet. What would you walk out to? What would be your walkout thing?
This is so stereotypical. It wouldn't be any shit.
Yeah, dude, I was asking my coworker, I was like, what would be your walkout song? He said Hail Mary by Tupac. I'm like, dude, that is the most cliche fucking song you can walk out to is Hail Mary by Tupac. You know where you got that from? The movie Creed. Because Creed walked out to that song.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. That's like the most cliche walkout song is coming out to Tupac Hail Mary. Or We Are the...
Hell,
or We Will Rock You.
The Rocky song.
Rocky? That's more
the Eye of the
boxing.
Tiger.
Oh, Eye of the Tiger? That's more of boxing.
Bullshit, dude. There's so many fucking UFC fighters that go out to this shit.
That's why I like Anderson Silva when he came out to Ain't No Sunshine by DMX.
I love that.
I love that. I would not walk out to any cliche-ass song. I would want to walk out to some, cool-ass shit that nobody knew about. Like some fucking Lil Wayne or something. I'm gonna walk out to Lil Wayne fucking Lollipop. It's a Lil Wayne Lollipop. Got one more fight left, everybody. UFC Vegas. Last fight of the night. The biggest fight of the night on the most underrated card in the UFC. And it has... you think it lived up to the card?
It's been a good fight card, yeah.
All the fights went to decision.
I mean, yeah, not a lot of people expected that, but still. To me, when I look at fight cards, I think like what it's going to do to like the divisions and all that. So yeah.
So you don't really look at how the fights end. It's a matter of what they do for the division.
Well, I love to see a good knockout or big submission or something, but if something crazy happens, like Jeremy Stephens just beat Hanan Barral, I thought Hanan Barral was going to win and get one more fight and then get a title shot. You know. Now I don't know what the hell is going to happen in that division.
It's like kind of like the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. It's like so many people were expecting a knockout in that fight, but if you've never seen a Floyd Mayweather fight before, you know that he doesn't go for knockouts. Like he goes strictly for strategy, and that's kind of how they're doing on this card. It's more so strategy, more so than trying to knock somebody out in this fight card. But we got a good fight card here. What is he gonna walk out to? Lights are off. Oh shit. Oh shit, what is it gonna be? I don't know what song this is, dog. What the hell is this, yo? What the hell is he coming out to? I hope he loses just because I don't know what the fuck this is.
Dude, he's Brazilian, man. He don't walk up American shit.
I know, man. Brazilians have some of the best fighters, though. Would you fight a Brazilian?
Any Brazilian?
Any Brazilian. Would you fight any Brazilian?
Anybody from Brazil.
Anybody from Brazil that trains in UFC, would you fight them? If I give you $500,000 to go three rounds with a Brazilian fighter, would you do it?
I would try.
3 rounds. But you have to go the 3 rounds, though.
I try.
You can't go to decision.
$500,000. There was a Verdun back in the background right there.
Best fighters on roids. Brazilian fighters? Are you talking about Brazilian fighters or just fighters in general?
All fighters are on roids, man.
I know all fighters on roids, but you may be talking about particular Brazilian fighters. Because I don't know if Brazilian fighters can be on steroids, man, because they're pretty fucking small.
Rockhold and Gegard Mousasi, dude, I think that, and Melvin, I'm with you. I'll fight anybody for $500,000.
Dude!
I'll sign the fucking contract. But
I'll fight Floyd Mayweather
Gegard
for $500.
Mousasi and Luke Rockhold, I think would be a great fucking fight. I think that wouldn't be like a huge selling fight, but I think like that would be a sleeper fight. Gegard Mousasi, I would love to see Gegard Mousasi get like 2 big wins and then fight Luke Rockhold for the title. But yes.
Dude, I would fight Floyd Mayweather for my rent money. My rent is $575. I would fight Floyd Mayweather for $575. I will fight Floyd Mayweather for my rent money.
Yeah.
That's how bad, that's how broke I am. I will get my ass whooped for 12 rounds just to get my fucking rent paid. I'll fight anybody for $500,000. For $500,000, I'll fight Kimbo in the fucking backyard of somebody's apartment. For real, I will fight Kimbo for anything. I want to fight Dada 5000 for fucking $500,000. If Dada 5000 want to fight me for $500,000, I'd definitely take that fight. I just don't want to hurt him too bad, you know what I'm saying? I know Dada's coming from a tough loss. I don't want to hurt him too bad, so I might have to take it easy on the guy. Both of these guys, man, very young. This is going to definitely be a good fight here in the main event. Finally getting to the main event. Bruce Buffer coming out here now. Here we go, Heath. This is the fight you've been waiting for.
I think we've all been waiting on this. You wouldn't last 12 rounds.
I wouldn't last fucking 2 rounds with Mayweather.
Hell yeah, I'd be fucking surprised if I could fucking roll.
Have you ever seen Mayweather spar people, dude? Mayweather he'd be fucking killing it. There was a video of him sparring like 3 guys. And after he get done with one guy, he'll bring another guy in.
But that's what they do when they big fighters have big training camps. Dude, I would think, honestly, I would take a concussion. Because that's what I think. You would knock me out, I'd get a concussion. Yeah, I'd take a fucking concussion for $500,000.
I may not have. Hey, Sharky, I may not have teeth at the end of the fight, but I guarantee you I'm gonna have $500,000 though. So I may not have any fucking teeth, but I'll have $500,000 though. Believe that.
I've got fucking insurance, so you know.
I got insurance, so I'll get my teeth back. Goddammit. But so help me God, I will be teethless and be $500,000 richer than what I am now.
Just let me get knocked. I'll get knocked the fuck out. If he did knock it, you know.
I may have to eat ice cream for a fucking month. I'll have to eat ice cream after a month after fighting Floyd Mayweather, but best believe I will be $500,000 richer.
Yeah, dude, $500,000 is life changing.
Right? Was that on Steve? Yeah, I saw that. That was on his Twitter page, I think. It's getting bogus, man. Like, either make the fight or shut the hell up.
Steven, don't
believe the hype.
Don't fucking look into that.
Man, I will have Lil Wayne teeth if I have $500,000. Lil Wayne has straight silver teeth, dude. He does not have real teeth. He has real.
I do like Dennis the Menace and put chiclets.
Chiclets? I'll put fucking chiclets in my teeth for $500,000. Do you think a girl's not gonna want to talk to me if I'm $500,000, regardless if I had teeth or not? Shit. These girls will talk to me regardless if I had teeth or not. If I was $500,000 richer, and I just fought Floyd Mayweather in 2 rounds, hey.
Here we go. This fight's about to start.
Man, Floyd Mayweather would not go $100 million each, man. Nah. Conor McGregor's not worth $100 million though. I don't think he is. Do you think he is?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Here we go, main event. Cody Garbrandt opened up with some like Copiera kick. Almeida just missed, dodged it. They're just filling each other out. Garbrandt looks to be a little bit more aggressive, but we'll see. They're still filling each other out. Both throwing little leg kicks. I think this fight's going to be badass. Who won the Burrell fight? Dude, Sharky, you missed it. Stevens won by decisions, like Steven said. Dude, I could not believe that shit. Jeremy Stevens won a complete Senate fight with Hernan Burrell, which Jeremy Stevens is a Senate fighter, but Hernan Burrell is so technical. I thought Hernan Burrell was going to be able to do something, throw kicks, throw technical strikes, but dude, Jeremy Stevens was landing fucking bombs.
Yeah.
And Sharky, yeah, Jeremy Stevens won that fight, which was crazy. And it was not like controversial at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, if I would have missed the knockout after all, be sitting here, what the heck? If I would have missed the knockout after going to take a piss, that'd fucking suck. Bjorn? What? Bjorn? Never mind. We're not going to respond to Bjorn. He probably doesn't have cable either, so we don't talk to people that Oh shit!
Cody,
there we go. Look, there we go.
Cody
early knockout.
Some big shots.
Early knockout.
Looks like he had Thomas Almeida hurt.
Here's an early knockout here.
Cody Garbrandt is landing some big shots. Now Thomas Almeida's got Cody Garbrandt backing up. Gone left is back.
Oh shit, you're funny. You also don't have cable, so shut the fuck up.
Well, fuck you.
I bet you he'll fuck your bitch though. I bet you he'll fuck your bitch though. Regardless of how fucking fat he is.
Oh!
Oh! Knockout!
Thomas Almeida got knocked out. Thomas Almeida just got knocked out.
Thomas Almeida just got knocked out in the first round. TKO there. What a victory. The first TKO of the fight card. What a knockout there. Man, that was...
Dude, he got no love. That's his nickname. Cody No Love Garbrandt. He got no love. Everybody picked Thomas Almeida, and he just knocked him the fuck out.
Ooh.
He rocked him early.
Nice jet. Ooh.
And landed a big right hand. Dropped him, went in, ground and pound. It stopped immediately.
So he landed on the cage. Look, that shot where he landed on the cage. Watch this.
Holy shit. Big fucking right hand. Dropped him. Holy shit.
I bet you knocked out McDonald's every day. That is so fucking funny, dude. Oh my god. Dude, you should have a fucking special on Comedy Central because you're so fucking hilarious, dog. And you don't have your picture in your Abby, which makes me know that you're some fucking fat dude with glasses.
Bjork.
It's named Bjork. A fat dude with glasses. Like that fucking dude off the Key and Peele skit. That's what this fucking guy looks like, probably.
Bjork, just y'all subscribe to my channel, especially you, Bjork. I made a 29 to 1.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Damn. That was a big
29 or 21. I thought it was.
It was 29. I think it was 21. I think it was 21, Steven.
I want to say it was 21 and 0. Now he's 21 and 1.
I left my phone in the chart on the charger. But yeah, you look that up. Ha ha! You knock out McDonald's every day. Ha ha! Dude, you're the Floyd Mayweather of McDonald's. You're 49 and 0. You're 49 and 0 on Whoppers, bruh. You're 49 and 0 on number 10.
Dude, I'm fucking hell yeah.
That's funny.
Let me see his record.
I wonder if his record updated since.
No, not that quick. Yeah, it was 21.
Yeah, it's 21 and 1 now for him.
Holy shit.
That was a big knockout.
Dude, that was fucking crazy.
I think that hit where he landed on the cage, I think that's what got him.
Fuck yes, it was. It was a huge right hand, dropped him. He had nothing. Cody Garbrandt, dude, no love, Cody Garbrandt. Not a lot of people showed him love. Thomas Almeida, I think he was picked by most people, so. Damn, that is fucking crazy. Thomas Almeida, I want to say he fights out of a shoot box gym. That's where so many fucking legends has come from. Dude, I just thought Thomas Almeida, man. But Cody Garbrandt just fucking put it on him quick. Quick, fast, and hard.
What a big knockout. Quick, fast, and hard like Bjork's sex life. Ladies and gentlemen. 21 and 1 now.
Damn. Well, they just knocked out a contender out of Thomas Almeida. That's the only bad thing about that.
I don't know who. I think I was talking to Melvin about this, but it's sad because remember what I told you. One person's going to grow from this fight. The other one's going to decline from this. Let's just hope that no one declines from this fight. It was a first round loss.
Honestly, though, I think that a lot of times a loss helps fighters big time. He looks like he's about to cry. I mean, it's a big emotional loss. It was his first main event fight. Cody Garbrandt looks like he's about to fucking cry. This is a big fight for these guys. It's a main event.
Man, they didn't even
both of these guys, this is their first main event fight. Most fighters at their point, they don't.
What do you think the best gym there is? Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, Jack Wink. Jack Wink's, to me, I think it'd be Jack's Wink. American Top Team because they've got Luke Rockhold, he's champion. Daniel Cormier's champion. It's got to be one of the two. But if I had to pick number one, I'd have to pick Jackson Winklejohn. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but you gotta go where the champions are.
Dude, they've got John Jones, they've got fucking Alistair Overeem, they've got Andre Arlovsky, they've got Donald Cowboy Cerrone, they've got shit, they've got so many fucking fighters at Jackson Winklejohn.
Ooh, that hit right there. That's what done. That's ooh.
I'm sorry, not American Top Team. It's American Kickboxing Academy. AKA has Luke Rockhold and Daniel Cormier.
Hey man, if you can do it, man, put Jungle Jim on the map. There you go.
Yes, Holly Holm, she was there. I mean, there's so many people out of Jackson Winklejohn. So many good fighters out of Jackson Winklejohn.
Hey, if you can put Jungle Jim on the map, go ahead and put him on the map, dog.
Dude, I'll be there to support you, dude. I'd fucking love to fucking call your fucking fights, dude.
We'll love to call your fights, and we'll say that you were in our chat room one day. And all of a sudden you're a big fighter now. We'll be proud to call that. Well, they had to end this fight before 11:15 because that's when the press conferences start. Like we said, make sure you subscribe for the page if you haven't already. Steven, Sharky, Melvin. I know Melvin already subscribed for it. I think Sharky already did as well. Steven, if you're still in here, make sure you subscribe for the page.
Yeah, y'all just subscribe to my page, dude. We're gonna do this more often. This is our first live stream, so
it's our very first live stream.
It'll be better when time comes. But me myself, I do like previews, predictions. I'll do another video, like kind of breaking down just the fight real quick. But we both do sports stuff, so y'all both go on our pages. Marquise, add him. He's
follow me on Facebook, by the way. I'm gonna put my Facebook, or not Facebook. Fuck, don't follow me on Facebook, please. It's weird. I'm gonna put my Twitter up. What the hell? I'm gonna put my Twitter up if I can.
You just ended the call.
No, I didn't. Did I? What happened? Ah.
You just ended the call.
No, I'm right here. Look, stupid. Shut up. My bad.
Well, some technical difficulties.
I was trying to write my Twitter. But there's my Twitter. There's my Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. For the remaining 6 that are watching this, Heath.
Here, fuck it. Y'all put mine, but just subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Subscribe for the YouTube channel. We'll make sure we do more of these. We'll definitely get on here. And if you guys follow us on Twitter, we'll have conversations just like we had tonight. And instead of us watching these fights, maybe we'll get on and just have random conversations with y'all about up-and-coming fights and fight cards and different things as we see Kenny Florin fucking trying to be a Fox Sports analyst.
Yeah, we had fun, guys.
We had fun, though. Make sure you subscribe for the page. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Both of our Twitters is on there. We're about to head out. We've gone 3 hours and almost 45 minutes. That's long enough. Almost 4 hours. Great fight card there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anything we need to work on, just let us know. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're about to head out. I'm Marquise Munson. This is Heath Stamps. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. Roll Tide. Jackson Wink. Fucking American Kickboxing Club.
Alright, thanks, guys. See y'all.
Thank you guys.